authentic relic of the Black Room. One of the most horrible legends that has ever come out of the Dark Ages. Imagine the baron of an old castle. A baron who fascinates women with an almost hypnotic attraction. He loves them violently, and then he murders.
I don't mean to frighten you, Tim, but that Gregor's a monster. Don't you feel it?
Every time he comes near me.
I must ask you to do one thing. Never allow yourself to be alone with him for a minute. Will you promise me that?
Of course, Dad.
Ask him what became of my sister.
Your sister?
Yes, and the other woman.
Take him away.
Ask him what becomes of all the women. Why are they never seen again?
He went to wed the beautiful Taylor.
There! It's the man who murdered Colonel Haskell.
He escaped and hid in the Black Room.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Who's there?
Well, my fair one, my time has come.
Oh, sir, I cannot pay. No more money in my purse. Things have gone from bad to worse.
What's to do about it?
Let's put out the lights and go to sleep. No more goodies left for me. No more sugar for my tea. What's to do about it? Let's put out the lights and go to sleep.
I'm waiting now for you to say I love you more and more and more, dear. You're looking younger every day. You never were so sweet before, dear.
No more anything to wear. No more ribbons for my hair. What's to do about it?
Let's put out the rat and go to sleep.
Marry me or be my wife. I've got her in my power now.
No, keep your hands to you, that's what you're.
Curses. Come here. I've got you now. I'll learn you.
Instead, we're only here.
darling.
Yeah? And who may you be, Blowfish?
Why, I'm Fearless Fred. Whoops.
Not the Fearless Fred.
Yes, the Fearless Fred.
Oh, Fred.
I go, but I shall return. Curses. I'll get him this time.
I think I'll go this way.
One moment, please. Now, will you marry me?
Never. It is Fearless Fred I love.
Curses.
I'll save you. Betty.
Oh, my hero.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, boys.
Answer it, Jake.
What was that?
What do you intend to do?
First of all, find the man who killed my father.
Does it say anything else?
No. What do you want me to do? Just a minute. Something's happened to the lights.
Hello. Hello, Holt speaking. Get this to the hue and cry. Wanted for murder. Dr. Orloff, 48, hair graying, blue eyes.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening, everybody.
How we doing tonight, Evan?
Are
you ready, kids?
Oh, aye, Captain. It is, yeah. Happy International Talk Like a Pirate Day, everybody. Sears put it out in the chat, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. You made it. It's Friday night, and we're kicking back like we always do with some good old-fashioned public domain horror and
some crimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I mean, we got all of our good friends already in the chat with us. Sears, Alana, Tom, William, Old Radio, Scott, James, Drunk Review in the house. Nice to see you here. Kathy, if I didn't already say Kathy. If I met Joe, if I missed anybody, William. Hope everybody's doing well out there tonight. It's good to see you. And
welcome aboard our pirate ship.
Right, yeah. Hop aboard.
Welcome aboard our haunted vessel.
Yeah, you've got to, there might be a few ghosts on board, but don't worry. Hopefully this won't turn into a ghost ship situation. We're not anticipating any, you know, disappearances or murders or anything like that. If you want that, you have to tune in on Thursday nights.
No mutinies, no...
Oh, sorry, fat fingers.
No, streamers overboard.
No, nothing like that. No, not a thing. It's very,
You're saying it's smooth sailing from here on out.
Exactly.
Arr!
Yeah, see, I mean, I just said I don't have my whole pirate lingo, like, I'm not fresh on it, you know? It's been a long time since my pirating days, you know? So, but yes, we'll be enjoying that tonight. And, you know, I mean, again, it's just, we're getting into that time of the year.
What is a swashbuckle, anyway?
A swashbuckle? It almost like sounds like some kind of nasty like food that like I don't want to eat. Right?
You want to go down to the corner for some swashbuckles?
No, thank you. That's what I would say. I don't want any swashbuckles. Just sounds like some unpleasant British food, which again, you know, that's right on theme for tonight. Because again, you know, we
mean bangles and bucklers isn't a real British food?
I'm not even gonna say anything because I'm sure somebody can dig something up and prove in a heartbeat that it is. So we'll just, I will believe that I will just go ahead and catalog that it is a food in Britain. Don't even have to look it up. But yeah, I mean, we're getting into fall, and this show functions much like the seasons in that there are patterns. In this time of the year, our pattern
Streams are changing.
Yeah, right, exactly. But you know, like, again, well, you know, last week, you know, we had some blood, we had some gore, and we had some villainry. You know, villainry. What is the word? Villainry, I guess that's the word. But you know, it wasn't great. It was a little hacky. Let's be honest. It was fun.
Right.
Had fun with the Undertaker and his pals, but.
Very campy.
Very campy. And he was, the Undertaker was trying to be this kind of villain.
Definitely.
But I think our star tonight proves that you really have to commit to playing a villain. There's if you're gonna be a like high villain, if you're not gonna be a weak villain, you know, you're gonna be like as arch as anybody could be and be believable.
You gotta make sure people know it. You gotta let them know.
And that's Tod Slaughter, the star of tonight's film,
yes,
which is The Crime of Stephen Hawke. And Stephen Hawke sounds kind of like a pirate name.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Think about it. Yeah.
Well, you know, piracy is a crime, right?
Piracy is a crime. Well, think about it these days. You know, piracy is what, you know.
They downloaded some music.
Technically, we've all probably been pirates to some degree, right? I know I have. So.
I don't know if I'm admitting that on the stream.
Smart man. Smart man. You know, what can I say? I won't say anything else. How about that? That's the smart thing to do. Yeah, so The Crimes of Stephen Hawke, which is just a good old-fashioned blood and thunder melodrama with Tod Slaughter as Tod's laughter. Because that is his main attribute as a villain, is his just insanely like enjoyable cackle, which is just so much fun. We love, you know, he hits all the villain hallmarks in just like
he's a hoot. He is so much fun to see on screen.
Knocks it out of the park. We've seen 2 Tod Slaughter films so far. And they were collaborations with this director, George King, as is tonight's film. He made a few of these, you know, again, they call them blood and thunder melodramas. And this was their 3rd film together. And it's, I mean, yeah, the series, you're right. We could definitely use some punching up with the new score. But I mean, again, you know, last week's film, that was, a lot of it was hacky, but the gore was, you know, I mean, they were at least trying. And that's the thing about like Tod Slaughter's films, which are really interesting, is like he's doing like horrible things, but clearly it's film, so they can't actually show you any gore. But we'll get into it tonight. We'll learn that kind of on stage it was a different story. But we'll talk about that. And you know, again, Tod Slaughter, if you haven't seen one of his films before, you're in for a treat. He is, again, one of his nicknames was Europe's Horror Man. So, you know, he over in America, obviously they were European, but we had Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff. In Europe, I mean, in Britain specifically, it was Tod Slaughter.
That's it.
And that was it. And he didn't ever make a film in America. He just made these.
Which is a shame, because imagine if you had Tod Slaughter with the other greats.
Oh my God, if they all got... Well, and we'll talk about a time where he did appear with another horror great contemporary of his time. We'll talk about that tonight. A little tease for you. I've got some interesting facts here. And again, this is the 3rd Tod Slaughter film that we've seen, and I like to, you know, make sure I'm doing my research, and if I can find new stuff. I've got some interesting facts tonight. But, you know, one thing, I don't think I'm spoiling it, because they pretty much lead with it once you get into the story. But to just give you some insight into the kind of character Tod Slaughter is playing, he's playing a murderer known as the Spine Breaker. So let that kind of like set the scene, you know?
Awesome killer name.
The Spine Breaker.
That's so intense.
It's great. It's so much fun.
It tells you exactly what you need to know.
Right.
Completely, I would be completely motivated to stay off the streets if I knew that there was a guy named the Spine Breaker on the loose. Like, lock the door.
Yeah,
batten the hatches.
You're getting out of there ASAP. I'm not messing. Are you gonna really take that risk? I don't think so. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And the reason that I say that is to give a little preface, because I know Evans, you know, as always, he brings us a delicious cocktail to pair with the evening's film in a little segment which he calls,
"What were you drinking?"
And so I bring up the Spine Breaker to kind of lay the groundwork for Evan to tell us, what are we going to be drinking tonight?
Well, as luck would have it, we're going to be drinking a cocktail that I'm calling the Backbreaker. And so you know, when I'm coming up with these recipes, I really try not to spoil myself on the movies,
Right.
Because I don't want to know the ending. I want to see it, experience it for the first time here on the stream. But I need some kind of jumping off point, so I do have to do a little bit of, I gotta like skim but not spoil, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I gotta
that
like
makes sense.
glance at the IMDb page, kind of lightly peruse the Wikipedia article, but like don't read the whole thing. So I saw that somebody was getting their back broken tonight, and that's kind of where I started from. I found a recipe called the ankle breaker.
Okay.
And that was it's overproof rum, cherry liqueur, and lime juice.
Ooh.
So that's pretty different than where we're at with the spine breaker or the back breaker, whatever I'm calling it. Which is it's overproof rum, cherry liqueur, and chocolate liqueur. So we're swapping out. This is a pretty boozy drink. So
okay,
we'll
so
be sure
strap in is what Evan's saying.
Yeah, or just make sure you shake it with some ice, because that'll like pull it back. But the real star of the show here tonight, and so I was racking my brain thinking, okay, what can I do with backs? What can I do with spines? What do I know that is like even a halfway close approximation of a spine? And what I came up with was this Toblerone candy bar.
Yes.
Which I hope that this turns out good, because man, I went all over town looking for these things.
What?
I stopped at 4 different places before I found a place that sold Toblerones. I had no idea.
How is that possible? I used to always find them in the grocery store.
I know. That's what I thought. I thought, oh, I'll just stop at, any grocery store and I'll get a nice Toblerone.
Easy.
Not the
It's
case.
going to be there. Really?
Was not the case. They're a little bit harder to find nowadays for some reason.
That is wild. Who would have thunk it? Well, I appreciate you committing to the integrity of your recipe, Evan. It's much appreciated by all of us. I'm excited for this. You know me, I love chocolate. Chocolate covered cherries are a little different story. I've never had I've never had a good chocolate covered cherry.
Oh, really? You're not a fan of the like $1 boxes you can get?
They taste like Play-Doh. The one time I had it, I was like, this tastes like Play-Doh.
They're a bit artificial. I like them. Maybe they're just nostalgic. I don't know.
Right, yeah. If you have like I don't want to, poo-poo that.
You're ruining Christmas here.
Right. Classic. I'm gonna be the Scrooge. I'm gonna be the curmudgeon. There's no magic in chocolate covered cherries. There's no magic in Christmas. But yes. No, I think this cocktail, the combination of flavors, sounds pretty good. So I'm excited for it. We'll see.
Coming up right now, I've got a backed break here.
Back to break.
I've been looking forward to this. I feel like all the stops that I had to make were worth it. Finally get my Toblerone. Finally get to break this spine. Break it.
Oh, dang. Look at him. Oh, man. I hope we see Tod Slaughter do it just like that tonight, because that was expert. Oh, man. They look delicious, Evan.
I'm going to hand this over.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
Looking pretty good.
It's been a long time since I've had a Toblerone.
I know. Well, how are you?
I thought they were like discontinued.
I
read they were discontinued in the UK.
Okay.
Which I don't know.
Well, so what's your approach here?
Just
Like drink a little, eat a little, drink a little, eat a little.
I guess, or I mean, it's gonna melt at some point, but I figure as
Stir.
it melts,
Well, then you'll
it
get
will-
chocolate on your hands.
It'll get a little more,
You gotta be.
a little more chocolatey, a little more creamy.
We are under some lights. Oh, that's true. That's true.
But
Okay,
we're gonna give this a try here. This is the backbreaker, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Boy, Ooh, that is strong.
That is strong. That
Very
is
strong, but guess what? Comes with a built-in chaser. Eat a piece of chocolate.
It's kind of hard to break off the
A little bit.
tough spine
That's
to
not
crack.
a graceful food to eat.
No, not no time when we're eating on this show is it graceful.
I don't know if our show could ever be described as graceful.
That's a very good point. What am I thinking? It's very good. It's very
good.
strong.
It's very strong, but
And it's a full glass too.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. I'm excited. I think it'll pair well with the film. I think it's very it's got a lot of strong. Oh, sorry.
it feels like a crime.
Yeah.
Is
Right, yeah. One of many tonight.
maybe if you drink this, you'll go and commit a crime.
I hope. Well, I certainly hope not. But you know, there's only one way to tell. Well, it'll definitely pair well with the film. And again, this is I've seen bits and pieces of this. Yeah, Sears. Hopefully, I don't need a puke bucket. I'm really hoping that's not necessary. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. But-
Nice to taste, everybody.
Right, yeah, exactly. Ice to taste. How can we forget? God, Toblerones are so good. I'm like
I love
savoring
Toblerones.
that. And I'm like, God, that was really good. Love a Toblerone.
Oh, you should have brought the microplane.
Ooh. Well. I mean, hey, just sticking the whole candy bar in there is a, it's a nice touch.
not?
Mm.
Pretty good. I like it.
Again, strong drink, strong performance
Yeah.
from
It's,
Tod Slaughter.
I forgot to mention the that original recipe, the ankle breaker. It probably an easier drink. It had lime juice instead of just pure alcohol. But it was also an old recipe.
Oh,
which I
really?
thought was kind of interesting. It was like from the 50s.
Okay.
Pretty old. So I mean, I don't know. Back then they were slamming back some.
Oh, they were
some rum and cherry liqueur.
hardcore. Yeah. I mean, this definitely has kind of an old-timey feel to it, I would say, for sure. Old-fashioned. Again, much like tonight's film, I think.
What do you think somebody from the 50s would say if you put a candy bar in their cocktail?
I think they'd be probably punch you in the face. I think that would be their first reaction. They'd be really offended.
Did I ask for this candy bar, bozo?
Yeah, something like that. Something really aggressive. That seems more on par with the 50s person's reaction.
Ooh, blueberry and lime? Okay. I don't think I've ever tried that before.
No.
Talk to me about that.
I mean, we were just talking before the show, Evans, he's got his catalog of just all these things he wants to try and make. And so,
There's so many flavors out there.
yeah, more to add to the list. It's a never-ending supply of recipes. So, love it.
As long as we got movies.
As long as we got moving. And hopefully, So, and I was talking to Evan, also, I'm like, well, luckily I've got my list full of public domain horror movies, and we've still got plenty. But We've still got plenty of Tod Slaughter films. At least 2 more like solid ones after this.
Okay, good.
Yeah, this is not the end. Yeah, don't worry. We will have more Tod Slaughter. But this is, this one's funny because this is one of the few that's actually like not based on an existing piece of IP. Like it's not based on a play or anything like that. It was an original story created by the same team that had made Sweeney Todd and his first film, Mariah Martin, or Murder in the Red Barn. So yeah, like they made these 2 adaptations of stage plays that were really popular for Tod Slaughter, and then they made this original one that still has all the hallmarks of those 2 stories. So it'll be interesting.
So correct me here. Are we in London, or are we?
I believe we're in London
Caribbean?
because, or where?
Is this a pirate movie?
Oh man, if only we're. Wasn't Sweeney Todd? Didn't it kind of, but not like a pirate movie? But there's this portion of the movie where they're like on a boat, and then they're doing battle, and then they're like, do you remember that?
Yeah. I remember that.
Well, not really necessarily pirate, but Tod Slaughter was nowhere to be found. He was not on the boat, unfortunately. We were saying if only there was a Tod Slaughter pirate movie out there, then we'd be in business for Talk Like a Pirate Day. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, so it should be interesting. I don't know if you remember with. I can't remember with Face at the Window, but I know with Sweeney Todd, there was a framing device. Do you remember that? Like they kind of they kind of have bookends for the film that take place in the modern day.
Yeah, because it was in the modern barber shop.
Right.
Yeah.
They've kind of got a similar thing here, and I mean it's more or less just padding. And we'll get into it. We got a lot of cool facts.
We're in a modern crime den.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much, more or less. No, it's interesting. We'll kind of get into the whole system that led to these Tod Slaughter movies anyway. That kind of mandated certain things and led to certain story choices. And again, and so once we get past the framing device, the opening scene is like tells you right away, like, yeah, Tod Slaughter is the spine breaker. They don't waste any time, and it's very.
I mean, he better be.
Like that's the thing. I mean, Face at the Window, and that took place in France. That was the last Tod Slaughter film we watched. That was very. Is it Tod Slaughter? Or is it someone else? And this is not that at all. So it's fun. But he does have a dual nature in his character, which is should be a fun thing. So.
Okay.
Anything else before we get into the crimes of Stephen Hawke tonight, Evan?
Dual nature. If this film has a man spider, it might be my new favorite movie.
Of course, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde pulled that out of nowhere, and it was the most amazing, effective thing that we've seen on this show, maybe. We love a good spider. Giant spider. Who doesn't? Yeah, well, I think without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of the crimes of Stephen Hawke right now. All right. A certified
A movie.
This was shot at Shepperton Studios, which is where they filmed The Ghoul And then a bunch of other famous movies later on, like Doctor Strangelove and The Omen and Superman, the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Flotsam and Jetsam. Yeah, get ready for that. Strap in for that. You're not ready.
We'll tell you our names in case someone forgets them. I'm Jetsam.
I'm Flotsam.
He's
Oh
Flotsam.
no.
He's Jetsam.
We want them to be
I wasn't
recognized
ready.
by anyone who spots them.
I'm Flotsam.
I'm Jetsam.
He's Jetsam.
He's Flotsam. Flotsam and Jetsam, as kind fate allotsam. The songs sung by Jetsam are written by Flotsam. I sing all alone.
You'd wonder how he gets them. Yours very sincerely,
Flotsam and Jetsam.
We can't get away from musical numbers.
This is not what I was expecting.
I told you, modern
Down so
framing
free
story.
is what the choirs sing. Oh, who would like our job today is nearer to the thing.
Quite a problem getting news and putting it in verse. But when there ain't no news to get, the problem's even worse.
Man bitten by a dog will neither interest nor amuse.
It's got to be the man who bites the dog to make it news. The Canadian Quins and the English Quads are facing a future of fearful odds.
Such interest does the world evince in the Harrison Quads and the Dion Quints.
These tots,
In cots, like peas within their pods,
first dozing,
then posing, poor little Quins and Quads.
I've changed my mind. I love this.
Sing a
They're just
song
taking
of
you on a
film
roller
stars
coaster
direct
ride
from
right now.
Hollywood. They've all discovered England as we thought they would.
arriving by the shipload, landing by the score. Your policemen are so wonderful, we've heard it all before.
Hey ho, it's a funny world. You're lucky to be a Viennese.
Anything in fact but British, for by acting cute and skittish you can collar all the top-notch fees. When a Budapest soprano gets a froggy in the throat,
There's another in Vladivostok that goes right.
It is Alana.
she can't speak a word of English, and she's seldom on the note, but she's glamorous.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
She's marvelous.
Yeah, she's blinking awful.
So our advice to all you girls is not to sit around and sob.
You can put one over neatly on the
Flotsam and
managerial
Jetsam
bob.
drunk
By calling
review.
yourself Judge, it's a catcher's catch Kansky and landing yourself a job. Good idea, Jetsamovich.
Very sound, Flotsamsky.
Women we see are determined to rake up new styles of makeup, going to
Can't
take
understand
up
a
even
word
the
they're
gowns
really
and
saying,
make
but
them skippier.
I'm digging the little
Eyelashes
tune.
green and lips very scarlet, so that a varlet won't know his Charlotte from, say, an average clown at Olympia.
Dress shirts for men will have washable fronts, or that's what the outlook promises.
Wait till you see Mr. J.H. Thomas's.
These guys are my favorite rappers.
They're spitting bars, dude.
About the modern time.
To prove how things go round and round and round and round and come out here.
We can't do that there, you know, we can't do that there, so
That's all for the moment, and it's all meant as chaff. Flotsam and Jetsam, and the trademark is a... So cheerio till the next time, unless anyone forgets them. Yours very sincerely, Flotsam and Jetsam.
I have no clue. There's like no point to it at all.
So, okay, what's the connection? Take us to Tod Slaughter.
And the page once more. Page 5.
Tonight we have the 100th edition of an old favorite.
Is that true, Alana? That's crazy.
Oh, that sounds right.
Once again we stop the roar of London's busy traffic to bring you some interesting people who are in town tonight.
Criminally insane.
Among the diminishing trades of London is that of the cat's meat
No.
man. But we have with us tonight Mr. Henry Hopkins, who has been selling cat's meat for the last 50 years, and whose business is still going strong.
Cat's
Mr. Henry
meat.
Hopkins.
Yes, they're still going strong. You know, cats like strong meat nowadays. Just like my old woman does when she goes to the pictures.
All cats have their likes and dislikes then, Mr. Hopkins.
What does that mean? Cats are funny things. You know, I've got some very particular old cats on my books.
Pretty strong
you know, there's
meat
one
there.
in particular, a retired publican's wife. Yeah. Do you know
Is this
she wanted
Frank
something
Reynolds?
very special for her cat? I think she had a Persian pussy. But anyway, she used to have. But something special she wanted and something special I had to get. So I went and got a Grand National winner.
I see.
And you know, after one plateful of that meat, that catty jumped all round the furniture, hopped over the grand piano, cleared the table, and made a beeline for Aintree.
And you got the blame.
Yes. She tried to make out I poisoned him. Yeah. Took me to court, she did. Yeah,
What?
I lost the case. And where do you get your meat from, says the old beak. Rotten Row, says I. Oh, indeed, says he. No wonder the poor cat was poisoned. Pay £5.
And how many cats do you serve a day?
About 100.
What?
50 of them I gets paid for, and the other 50 I feeds for nothing to stop them from following me round. Do you know, in my 50 years as a pussy's
It's
butcher,
like
I
a
must have supplied
more
meat for
deranged
about
Monty Python character.
1.5 million cats.
Good gracious, you must get sick of them.
Me? Not me. I'm just going home to feed me own cat.
Far removed from Tod Slaughter is another Slaughter we have in the studio tonight. I refer
Someone
to
say
that
Slaughter?
well-known actor of old melodrama, Mr. Tod Slaughter. Mr. Slaughter has murdered thousands of people and been hanged thousands of times. On the stage, of course. Mr. Tod Slaughter.
Yes, and I'm still alive to tell the tale. In my career, I've murdered hundreds and hundreds of people and come to a sticky end more times than I care to remember.
And have you any favorite method of murder, Mr. Slaughter?
I keep a perfectly open mind on the matter. I murder by strangulation, poisoning, shooting, stabbing, all with a razor. In Maria Martin, I murdered poor Maria by shooting her in the Red Barn. In Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street, I polished dozens of them off with my razor. The desire for strong meat is so wide that I am now performing in a new old melodrama.
Is there any such thing as a new old melodrama?
Most certainly. Take Stephen Hawke, for instance, as double-crossing an old villain and racketeer as ever lived. A kindly old
We're still in the frame story, right?
yet a fiend, terrorizing the whole countryside.
We're going into it now.
So
Okay.
that no man, woman, or child knew peace or safety.
What a hat.
Very merry unbirthday to him.
I'm going out to bowl my hoop.
Oh, I don't think you ought to.
I want to bowl my hoop. I'm going to.
Oh, very well then. But don't go too far from the house.
It's a little lord running around.
What are you doing here?
Just looking at a nice little boy's garden.
Well, you better get out of here at once.
Can't I look at a nice little boy's garden?
No, you can't. My father doesn't keep a garden for nasty common people like you to look at.
But I'm doing no harm.
So you say, I'm not so sure about that. I believe you've come here to steal and go and call the servant.
No, don't do that. Come here, my little man. Have you ever heard of a paradoxical taradiddlum?
No,
What? Never heard of a paradoxical taradiddlum?
no.
They
in
only
a
grow in
cockpit.
India. I brought one here for you. Come here, my little man, and I'll show it to you.
Master Terence! Master Terence! Oh, Master Terence!
What's happened?
Master Terence, sir.
Look, the red marks on the arms.
And the
My
arms
God.
are twisted behind.
Is there? Yes, the spine's broken.
Jesus.
You came out
Holy
of there in a mighty
shit.
hurry. Yes, I'm afraid my artistic ability...
That's how we're opening this movie.
Beautiful house, too. Looked it. Going back there tonight? I'm afraid not. Not for some time yet. I fancy it will be too well guarded. Told you today you'd be unlucky. Saturn's too high in the heavens. Is he? I shall be compelled to send you there if you don't drive more carefully. Remember, Mr. Stephen Hawke is a very nervous passenger.
Yeah, we're opening it with a child murder. You don't get that very often
No.
in these old films. It's kind of one of the things you...
broken backs either.
Yeah, it's so...
Was he carrying something?
Of course you
Did he
may, Julia.
break that
Julia,
child's
do you
back
think you ought
with
to be
his
out alone?
hands?
I mean, with this terrible criminal, the spine breaker, still at large?
Oh, don't worry about me, Matthew. I'm old enough to look after myself. No spine breaker's going to get his hands on me. Besides, he only murders very wealthy people.
But joking apart, Julia, this man really exists, as we've all had ample proof. I hear there was another poor creature found murdered yesterday, with the same terrible marks on his body.
Oh, I know, Mr. Trimble, but I'll be all right, really. I only just came for a moment to see Father, but I can't get any answer from his door.
Let me try.
All right. Can't you knock any louder than that?
Yes, but I don't want your father to come too soon.
You're wasting your time, my boy.
Am I?
Ah, well, perhaps not. But I've just remembered that your father told me he had some important business which would keep him until late afternoon. If you'd like to come in and wait.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Trimble. I won't wait. I really must be going.
Must you?
Yes, I've got to get ready for my party tonight, and there's so much to do. Don't be late, will you?
I should be the first one there. The early bird, you know.
You don't want to be the first one there at the
How many do you
party.
want?
What are you doing?
Greedy.
Lame.
Yeah, bro, you want to show up fashionably late.
What are you dreaming about, Matthew?
Oh, everything.
Yes, things certainly
Jenna's
seem
in the
to
house.
have moved in the
Welcome,
right
Jenna.
direction
Hope you're
since you
doing
took
well
over that
tonight. And
warehouse.
Jack.
Nothing like having
Hope
young
you're
blood
doing
in a business.
well
You can't have
also.
them too
Good to
young,
see
I
you.
say.
Trimble and Son, eh, Father?
Yes, my boy, Trimble and Son.
Perhaps you shall putting that sign on the new door soon.
What, move from here away from me old friend Stephen Hawke? Not after all he's done for us.
He has been wonderful, hasn't he? Without his money to build that new warehouse, where would we be?
Yes, my boy, when people talk of flint-hearted moneylenders, they can't have met Stephen.
I'm just a weak old man. I certainly
Never
couldn't
a
break
kind-
anyone's spine.
Never a kinder murderer you ever met. He looks like he's on marionette string.
I thought I'd like to inquire how you got on today.
Eh? What's that?
I mean, with the business deal in the city.
Oh, not as well as I had anticipated. Some little whippersnapper chose to interfere.
Dear me, I am sorry. But it only proves what I was saying to my son just now. A great mistake to put anybody into business too young.
You're quite right. But he's a good lad.
I'm glad you like him. It may influence Julia.
Julia?
Haven't you ever noticed that he and she...
You mean he wants to take her from me?
But you wouldn't object if he made her happy?
I'm jealous of everything concerning Julia.
Yes, you couldn't love her more even if she were your own child.
You're the only one who knows she isn't. And sometimes I'm sorry
Mm.
I told even you.
You know that I shall never say a word.
Be careful you don't. All I've done for her sake, so that she may never know poverty or want after I am gone. I hope she'll always remember that, no matter what she hears about me at any time.
This is Breaking
Why,
Bad.
my old friend, you talk as if you were a criminal.
That's how most people regard
Little
moneylenders,
Walter
isn't it?
Jr.
Not when they want to borrow, of course. Only when the time comes to repay.
You mustn't say that, Stephen. I don't know what some people would do without your help.
Who would suspect a
Ourselves,
meek old moneylender?
Julia's friends are my friends.
Oh, by the way, Julia was here to see you. She seems very excited about her party tonight.
Happy, eh?
You spoil her, Stephen.
She's my one weakness. And you shall see all the grand people I have coming to her party tonight. Lord Brickhaven, Marquis of Powers, Countess Purringer. That's just a few. So useful to me in my business, you know. People with plenty of money, plenty of jewels. I like to know them, to know their habits.
Jewels.
And you'll be surprised the business I do with them. Not here, of course, but in their own homes. Alone.
Well, I leave you.
Not
I
suspicious
expect
at
you're
all.
Busy. My, you do meet with some important people.
He has such a like spooky way of talking.
beg your
I just
pardon,
love
sir.
it.
Well, I should think so too.
I heard you were honoring me with a visit today, Sir Franklin. Well, what is it?
It's just a little matter, Mr. Hawke.
Not foolish enough to ask me to lend you more money, I hope.
No, I fear that would be useless.
Then perhaps you've come to repay me some of the money you owe.
Well, not exactly.
Oh, then what is it, my friend?
It's about Lord Brickhaven.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to seeing his lordship tonight. I hope you asked him to wear his famous emerald ring. You know what pleasure the sight of precious stones always give me.
But his lordship is not coming.
Oh, no, you're joking, my friend. I shall be bitterly disappointed if he is not with us.
I've been telling
And you wouldn't
everybody
have
he's
me
coming.
Disappointed, eh?
It's not my fault. I did my best, but he's due at Bath tomorrow evening.
He's due
Ball.
at my party tonight.
He never promised.
I requested. It's not much I ask of you, but what I ask, I expect.
Oh, you're breaking my wrist.
I apologize, but Lord Brickhaven must be there, and his famous emerald with him. It will lend tone to my party, you understand.
How? How?
Fool! Idiot! Don't! Have you no brains? Can a coachman be bribed? Have you never heard of accidents on the road? Trees that have had to fall? Sea is there or else?
Nice. I mean,
I'm just a little old man.
Lord Brickhaven and his emerald, eh? So they're the next. I hear that emerald's worth £10,000.
You hear a lot, my dear Nathaniel. Values are sometimes a trifle exaggerated. We shall find out in due course what it will fetch.
Lots of people would pay almost as much to know who the spine breaker really is.
Yes, but you wouldn't be so ill-advised as to accept their offers, would you, Nathaniel?
No.
Let it remain a nice little secret, just between us two.
I'll never split. Don't worry about that. But you have to be careful.
What do you
yeah, I
say
guess
to
he
that?
does kind
so
of look like a
friendly.
pirate.
Supposing he spots out of the game.
Supposing. You're always supposing this or
If only he had a
supposing
peg
that.
leg.
That's all very well, but...
And remember, you're not paid to give advice. You're paid to do as you're told.
All right.
Have you done as you're told? What about the widow
He's
Simpson?
large town.
Hold up. Lock, stock and barrel.
And her 6 miserable children?
Turned out into the street.
Good. That'll prove to her that Stephen Hawke is not to be trifled with. What do they think I am? Philanthropist? How much did her goods realize?
£17, 10 shillings.
Is that all?
Sold up all she had.
The next woman who comes to borrow £10, I must see she has more security. Where is it? Money has a nice feel about it. Eh, Nathaniel? It has. But a nice large emerald has a nicer feeling, eh?
He's got his eyes set on that emerald. He's got to have it.
Come.
He puts on his glasses. I almost get like Mrs. Doubtfire.
I mean, you know, he's also, his hair's all white. You know, he's definitely
It's just that angle, but
it's a disguise. It's gotten like, I think, well more watered down as it's gone on, and that's honestly, it's been
better. Yeah. the chocolate and I figured the ice would eventually melt.
It's definitely all working very nicely together right
What do you think of it, eh? Marvelous. Not bad for a miserable little moneylender.
I wish shipping agents could make as much money as moneylenders.
Lord Brickhaven.
Yes.
I'm glad you were able to prevail upon Lord Brickhaven to stay in town this evening.
Yes, but what a risk. The confounded coachman nearly caught me.
One should always take risks. After all, What is life but one big risk?
Oh, man. Bread pudding.
Delighted to
Bread
see you,
pudding?
Lord
yeah.
Brookhaven.
Dude, I love
Very.
I was beginning to be afraid we should not have the pleasure of your company this evening.
I really should be on the Bath Road at this moment, but an accident happened to the wheel of my coach. And before my fool coachman had finished repairing it, it was too late to start tonight.
Then we are all indebted to your fool coachman. Ah, Julia, my dear. Enjoy
Your
yourself.
full coach.
Wonderfully, thank you, Father.
You have there a jewel for men to covet.
So, for that matter, have you, my lord.
My emerald, you mean, yes. But I do vow you have the rarer jewel of the two.
I agree with you, my lord. But to possess both.
That would indeed be paradise.
Again, I agree with you, my lord. May I
have the pleasure?
Oh, I'm afraid I've already promised Mr. Trimble.
Nice. Rejected.
What's better than a hot daughter? A hot daughter and a priceless jewel.
And a jewel.
Our friend Archer doesn't look too pleased.
So it seems.
The gossips tell me that he hopes to be your son-in-law, Mr. Hawke.
And the gossips, as usual, are mad. My son-in-law, lecherous brute.
This is a very
There's
classy
certainly anything that he
affair.
cannot possess once he sets his mind to it.
You'll find
Look
that
at
my
this
daughter is the one
sneering
thing
man.
that is beyond his reach.
You are a brave man, my friend, to talk like that of Archer. If he heard, where would you be?
In one of his filthy state prisons, I imagine. But rather that than he should marry my daughter.
Hello, love.
They seem to be dancing a lot together tonight.
Yes, they make a lovely pair.
You'd like to see them married, wouldn't you?
Indeed I would, wouldn't you?
Perhaps. When he's made some money.
A most delightful evening.
I'm so glad you're appreciating it.
With all this youth about, it makes one feel young again.
Yes, I was just remarking. You look at least 60 years younger than when I saw you last.
God bless my soul, I'm only 51, sir.
You surprised.
51.
I feel the recurrence of spring in my veins, you know. I believe it's the sight of your daughter that has done the trick.
How so, sir?
This party is to celebrate her 18th birthday, isn't it?
That is so, sir.
18 is about the right age for a girl to marry. I fancy them young, my friend. You appreciate my meaning.
You
He
do
said
us
it.
too much honor.
Then I take your decision to be in the affirmative.
I fear we are unworthy, sir.
Do you mean that you refuse?
No, of course not, sir. Perhaps you'd allow me to call on you one night alone. Then we could get to grips with the matter.
Oh, yes, to clinch the bargain, as it were.
Clinch is the word, sir.
Then you will back me up?
Definitely. You'll find me behind you.
And that is going to take us to our first break. Well, we're a third of the way through the Crimes of Stephen Hawke. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
Well, you know, I was a little unsure about the framing device, but in retrospect, maybe it was for the best that Flotsam and Jetsam really set a light mood before all the child murder.
Yeah, before they just really hit you over the head with that...
just snapping that poor child's spine.
And the beauty of it is the fact that it is entirely off-screen. You know, you hear him scream, but that's it. And then when you come back, it's just like, oh, yeah, his spine is broken. It's intense.
Imagination, just go wild.
Again, one of the few times we've seen any kind of child murder at this time was in 1942's The Mad Monster, where the wolf man creature killed a little kid in the swamp.
Yeah, and that's been a while.
Yeah, that was like season 2 or 3, and yeah, that was like the werewolf snuck into the little boy's house and killed him while his family was in the other room. Yeah, it was brutal. So yeah, it's like a taboo you really didn't have broken too often. So that was like, yeah, Flotsam and Jetsam, you know, that was very modern. You know, that was the other thing too. They're setting the stage. Okay, here's what modern Britain is like, and now we're gonna go back to Victorian times. So we wanna make you comfortable before we inevitably turn some people off with, you know, going back, because that was just always kind of the thing. Like, Tod Slaughter's movies were always considered, the stories, the melodramas were always considered old school. You know, I mean, because, I mean, again, a lot of these plays, stories originated from, you know, kind of more the later Victorian period. But they started as stage plays in the music halls, and that's how Tod Slaughter came up, you know, was in the music halls. And a lot of these plays, when Tod Slaughter did them on the stage in the beginning, he was playing the heroes. And then over time, as he got older, he naturally like just fell into the villain roles. But he had been doing, he had been doing these plays since the beginning of his career when he was a young man. But when he was a young man, he played the heroes instead of the villains.
I feel like he has a pretty well cultivated like villain persona.
Right, you don't.
Is that something he grew over time?
Yeah, it was not. He wasn't just always the villain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when he was playing the hero, he wasn't just also like that.
Right. Exactly. That was not. Yeah. No. I mean, he definitely stuck to kind of the stage archetypes. You know, again, the hero. If he's playing the hero, if he's playing the. A lot of the times, yeah. Early on, he was playing the hero, but then he transitioned to playing the villain, and I mean, obviously, yeah, he killed it. He was very effective. But still, just the fact that these were plays that dated back to, like, you know, the mid 1800s, 1860s, 70s, 80s, whatever it was, that just, some people say, oh, well, that's really old school. That's kind of, you know, modern horror is not these old school melodramas. But when you have a actor like Tod Slaughter as your villain, it's kind of like, that's what a horror star was at this time. Somebody that could just like slip into the villain role and either like, you know, and when I say ham it up, I'm being very respectful. Like ham it up, because I mean, everybody, Lugosi, Karloff, everybody could be accused of hamming it up, and obviously later generations of Vincent Price, let's not even get started on that. But I think the thing about like your Karloff and your Lugosi is that they could still kind of generate a little sympathy, where Tod Slaughter is like full on villain.
Unabashed. There's nothing sympathetic. He's just
awful.
Awful. Just evil.
Just evil. Completely evil.
Which is kind of fun sometimes.
It is. That's the thing. It is like a little bit. There's this marked difference from what you get with the American horror stars.
Cartoonish villain.
A cartoonish.
You just love to hate them because they're almost lovable in the way they're just so awful.
Exactly. And I mean, that's the thing. You know, that's why that was a popular stage trope. I mean, again, the whole idea of boo hiss at the villain, you know, that's because people loved, you know, if you had a good villain, they would make you, you know, yell at them. But that's all part of the, you know, what you're enjoying about the experience. So it was funny the way that Tod Slaughter really kind of took this stage ideal, and then they tried to translate it over to film. And, you know, obviously it's not 100% there, but I mean, you're getting kind of an example of what was popular with the stage plays. Obviously, again, though, no, you know, not a lot of violence, but again, these, you know, in the UK, I think these were actually pretty popular. These were quota quickies, which we've talked about with the other Tod Slaughter films. Like, they were like Poverty Row films, basically. The UK had a quota of like how many British films had to be put out, as opposed to Hollywood films, because they said Hollywood films are saturating the market. We need more British films. We need them now. So, you know, make them, get them out. We got a quota. So all of Tod Slaughter's films were what were called quota quickies, which were like Poverty Row films, shot very quick on budgets of like The Face at the Window, the last one we watched, I found out today that had a budget of £7,000. So, I mean,
I have no idea.
I mean, again, the Poverty Row budgets, like some of Lugosi's cheapest were like, yeah, like $9,000. So, I mean, I think it probably fairly like equivalent, like a very, very low budget on these things. And then also the length apparently was part of the quota, which would explain why you had all the padding at the beginning of the film. That's the theory on the padding, is that that's why you have this 3-minute Flotsam and Jetsam song that has nothing to do with the rest of the proceedings, and the guy talking about his wife wanting a Persian pussy. It's just, it has nothing to do with the film, but apparently they had to get a runtime quota met as well.
So how else are you gonna do that?
Yeah. Let's do a radio show framing.
Let's do a variety show. It's the only way.
I mean, yeah, again, and then the traditions of the music hall, let's have some laughs. Let's balance it out before, like you said, before we get this child murder, let's laugh a little bit. Let's be a little baffled at what we're watching here before we just shock you. But I mean, again, he was Europe's horror man, and that's how he was billed when his films were distributed in America, which they didn't get any distribution from the major studios, but I mean, it was a lot of roadshow and the same people that were exhibiting and distributing exploitation films were releasing Tod Slaughter films. So that was the kind of circuit that he was running on, was these exploitation films. But I mean, throughout the 30s through the 50s, I mean, what was it? Sweeney Todd ran in cities across the U.S. in 1939, which was 3 years after it was made. What was it? Face of the Window was released in 41. Yeah, I mean, these films were released in the United States, but obviously Tod Slaughter didn't have enough appeal, and the films as these old school melodramas that were very British didn't necessarily have an appeal to mainstream audiences for the studios to say, hey, let's put these movies out, or let's bring Tod Slaughter over here and have him star in a movie.
This is before the invasion. Before people got it.
Right, exactly. Well, and that's kind of what we're about to get into, is that, these films that Tod Slaughter made weren't really, these Victorian melodramas that kind of mixed with horror weren't really popular when he was making them. He was the only one doing them. But after he died, they kind of exploded, and the kind of movies that Tod Slaughter was making were being made by, other horror stars, other future horror stars. And so that's kind of what our trailers will get into tonight. But that's kind of the cool thing, is I think his films really had an influence on people. And it was obviously decades after his, the height of his popularity. But I mean, he was doing it up to his death, which was in 1956. He was performing in these plays. He never quit doing the plays. And so that's the thing. I mean, there was some awareness of him in the United States, but he wasn't on the level of Karloff, Lugosi, right? And speaking of Karloff, apparently he and Karloff did have an encounter at least once that was documented.
What kind of encounter?
So they both appeared together during it was in the early 1950s for some kind of it was a publicity press junket / ghost hunt at this old theater, this old British theater that was rumored to be haunted.
Oh man.
So it was this it was led by I don't know, I didn't really see a lot of sources on this. Apparently it had something to do with this this actor named Valentine Diall, who we've actually seen in the very first film on this show, Horror Hotel, City of the Dead. He's the man witch that is hitchhiking and is he's the one that's there at the beginning when the witches burn on the stake, and is they're do you know her? You associate with the devil? And he's no. And then later on, he's so Valentine Diall was this famous British actor, but apparently he did something, I don't know if it was a radio, I don't know what it was. It was something called Unsolved Mysteries.
Huh.
Right? And so he did this publicity thing that was some kind of ghost hunt at this theater, and he invited these other British actors, and one of them was Tod Slaughter, and the other one was Boris Karloff. Yeah. And there's like no pictures, no documentation. Apparently, it was a press thing, but there's no press from it. So, go figure. I'd love to.
Can you imagine going? Well, I mean, can you imagine going ghost hunting with
those two guys?
Those guys, that would be awesome.
I would hope they'd be cutting up and trying to scare each other, and Tod Slaughter doing his creepy laugh, and I think it would be a good time.
I feel like going ghost hunting with just famous horror people in general could be pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as Alana suggests, Lugosi would be a fun one to go with. You'd probably see some real ghosts, so I'd be kind of terrified. You know how ghost tours have a host. If Lugosi was your host, it would be legitimately terrifying. Boris Karloff, Tod Slaughter, probably keep it kind of light, charming. It's a little creepy.
Lugosi's
gonna actually you're gonna feel really kind of scared, maybe a little depressed as well. Yeah. So you'll have Sweet Feet in the house. Welcome, Sweet Feet.
Hey.
Yeah. I mean, it's just funny how. These two big horror stars, it would have been great if they made a movie together, but at least there's the story, which again, there's not too many sources on it. I found a few, but not a lot to really confirm the details. So I thought, again, Karloff on the same, I would put Tod Slaughter I'd put him on the same level. Again, it's a little different style in that he's just a through and through hardcore villain. There's very little sympathy that you're going to feel for Tod Slaughter's. At least his characters we've seen up to tonight's film. But again, speaking of Karloff, and as we were talking about how after Tod Slaughter died in 1956, it seemed like all of a sudden those kind of Victorian melodrama horror films became popular again. Well, Karloff, 2 years after Tod Slaughter died, came over to the UK and did these two Victorian era horror films with characters that I would dare say could have been played by someone of Tod Slaughter's stature and age, and he would have done a great job. The first is for a film called The Haunted Strangler. The second is for a film, the second is for a film called Corridors of Blood. And both of these movies were made by the same crew, the same director, shot back to back, more or less.
Did you say quarters?
Corridors. Sorry,
corridors.
Okay. Yes.
Corridors
of blood. Yeah.
At first I
gotta enunciate.
Quarts of blood. I'm like, yeah, that's
okay, yeah. Yeah, corridors. But yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, these two films, you'll see there's a little more violence, a little more, you might see a little bit of blood in these trailers, I'm not sure. There's definitely I think some surgery scenes in at least one of the films. So that's the thing, during Tod Slaughter's time when he was making movies, he couldn't really push the content boundaries. Whereas after he died, it was that time where things were breaking down and people were getting a little more So that's what you'll see with these two Boris Karloff trailers, and we'll see some other trailers later on to kind of just drive this point home further. But it's just after he died, between Victorian horror kind of becoming a little more prominent, and then obviously Hammer revitalizing Gothic horror with their Frankenstein and Dracula films and the subsequent films they did after that. It was you probably don't have Hammer and these Victorian era things without Tod Slaughter at least showing that it could be done with some real that the horror could just come from an actor doing a really good job with the villain, and it's not just a melodrama. It's it's a horror film because this guy is so sadistic, and you believe that he's horrible. Yeah. Which it's funny that you bring that up, Evan, because the original title that the screenplay was written under was entitled The Horrible Crimes of Stephen Hawke. And I guess that was just too much for the British censors, so they took out horrible because it was just too horrific to have the word horrible in your title. So it just became The Crimes. And I think actually the screenplay apparently was a little more graphic. But again, that's what you couldn't do on film that you could do on stage. So, but we'll talk more about it again. That's the fun thing about Tod Slaughter's work, is it's just, you know, so many interesting like trends and.
Well, I guess to that point, what Alana's saying about, you know, the later stuff post Code, being able to get away with more. Was he just also doing that on stage? Like, was his stage stuff just more graphic?
I'm saving that for later.
Okay.
Actually, I am going to touch on that.
We'll find out.
We will find out. Because yeah, I mean, I think that's a really interesting idea to kind of keep going into. Because, you know, we've shown different Tod Slaughter things for the breaks. We've talked about what the in past Tod Slaughter films that we've watched. We've talked about what the American horror stars were doing the same time Tod Slaughter was making his films. But we haven't really talked about the influence that Tod Slaughter had on the films that came after. We kind of have. We haven't really like delved into specifically the fact that these Victorian era melodrama mixed with horror elements, like how he really set a precedent. I think it's really interesting. So we're gonna see kind of these two films that came after Slaughter, starring American horror man Boris Karloff. And then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting middle of The Ticket. Oh, wait, I'm thinking of another Tod Slaughter, The Ticket of Leave Man. I've got like 9 different Tod Slaughter titles running around in my head. He did so many. We'll get into the exciting middle of The Crimes of Stephen Hawke. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Was a man so gentle and kindly that the sight of cruelty and violence cut him like a whip. Transformed in one fantastic night into the graveyard ghoul whose claws were clenched with the wild, uncontrollable urge to kill.
Now, Hannah, who was it you saw?
It was too dark to see properly. He was more like a beast than a human being.
A man with the appetites of a monster. All human passions twisted by the same strange obsession that turned his face into a hideous mask of cruelty.
It was the same man, the very same man. I tell you that if you brought me face to face with him now. It was the Haymarket Strangler.
Body and soul, torn by the battle between good and evil, running amok in a reign of terror that paralyzed a city with fright.
History of horror pictures, nothing so shocking on the screen. Corridors of Blood.
Mr. Bolton, the committee have decided against holding any further demonstrations.
I tell you, I must have those chemicals.
A bargain's a bargain, eh, Doctor? You keep your end of it, and I'll keep mine.
Corridors of Blood, starring Boris Karloff. Genius or madman? Betta St. John, drawn into the deadly vortex. Finley Curry, who believed at first. Christopher Lee, the killer known as Resurrection Joe.
I can't sign that. I don't know how he died. It's a favor for a favor, Doctor. You want your book? Hospitals want bodies.
And you take shock after shock after shock. Don't hold in your terror. Shriek if you must. A Nervorama shocker. This picture is not for timid souls.
Was a man so gentle and kindly that the sight of cruelty and violence cut him like a whip. Transformed in one fantastic night into the graveyard ghoul whose claws were clenched with the wild, uncontrollable urge to kill.
Now, Hannah, who was it you saw?
It was too dark to see properly. He was more like a beast than a human being.
A man with the appetites of a monster. All human passions twisted by the same strange obsession that turned his face into a hideous mask of cruelty.
It was the same man, the very same man. I tell you that if you brought me face to face with him now. It was the Haymarket Strangler.
Body and soul, torn by the battle between good and evil, running amok in a reign of terror that paralyzed a city with fright.
And we are back. So sorry, I think it started going through those again. I don't think I cut those off. I think it was repeating. So if I did cut them off, sorry, but I'm pretty sure it looked like it was going through it again. So it's all right, hopefully. But yeah, so that was the trailers for these two Boris Karloff films, The Haunted Strangler and Corridors of Blood. And I guess I've seen both of them, but I feel like I kind of get distracted when I watch. They're all right, you know. Karloff is definitely like, again, they're good roles for Karloff because he's a little more sympathetic, you know. He's not like he's killing people, but he's initially a kindly doctor who then transforms into this, you know, into a monster, and he doesn't want to be a monster. And they're interesting films, but they're I don't know. Maybe I need to see them a few more times, but you know, if you're a Karloff fan, they're definitely absolutely worth seeing. And I think in the tradition of Tod Slaughter's movies, like we talked about, or what you guys had brought up right before we went into the break, you know, the gore and all this stuff that you saw in the late 50s and onward from Hammer films and, you know, American horror films and just any like films that were like, you know, mixing Victorian melodrama and horror, they were able to engage in the blood and thunder that was like a part of the stage versions of those melodramas, and that was the terminology that they used, was blood and thunder. And because the plays really did include a lot of blood, and Tod Slaughter specifically like had his productions had a mix of, you know, got this Victorian theater traditions, the tropes, the archetypes with Grand Gunal. I can never say it right. It's so hard to say. Grand Gunal. I don't know what it is.
Welcome, Ty.
It's a word. Ty's in the house. Welcome, Ty. I don't know what grand whatever the word is. But that was a style of theater that originated in France, I believe, that was like focused on heavy gore and violence and like people getting limbs hacked off and blood flying and special effects. Exactly. It was very
during the frame story in the beginning, what was it that they kept saying? Hard meat or something?
Strong meat?
Strong meat?
Strong
yeah,
meat.
What
it
is
was
strong meat? What does that mean?
It just, I think it means like violence and gore. Because again, I think about that Monty Python sketch.
Jesus Christ.
Well, there's a Monty Python sketch where they're talking about, there's a film reviewer talking about the films of Sam Peckinpah about how they're very violent.
Yeah.
And then when they show a violent clip of blood spurting out, he says, pretty strong meat there from Sam Peckinpah.
He does say that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty strong meat there from Sam Peckinpah.
There we go.
So I think what he's alluding to is the gore and the violence is what strong meat means. So yeah, I think in Tod Slaughter's actual plays, he could show the strong meat.
Yeah.
But you can't do that in the film. So it's a little different.
It's implied.
It's implied.
Off stage.
But the implication of spine breaking is pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's
right? I mean, I'd say it's pretty effective. It's been pretty effective,
when we go away for, a couple seconds and we come back and a child's spine is broken,
you're like, oh shit, we're getting down to business fast.
Damn, we've got some dots to connect here.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and that's really been the biggest thing to happen in the movie so far.
It's been the crime.
The crime, and now we're at his daughter's 18th birthday party.
Yeah.
And all these creepy old men are hawking around her. And
he's wheeling, he's dealing.
Right. He wants a jewel.
Right.
Will he get it?
Will he get it?
Will he kill to get it? We're due for another murder, I think. So, anything before we get into the exciting middle of the crimes of Stephen Hawke, Evan?
Was he the one that said he wanted to keep his daughter and the jewel? What does that mean?
I think that...
Or was that the other guy?
I think the other guy said that and he just concurred with him.
Okay.
But even still, it's a little... It's like I had my finger on the yikes button the whole time. I just wasn't quite sure, I mean, talking about Victorian times. I mean, what do you know?
Hey, it's just business.
It's just business. Women's rights.
Why else do you have kids? Just use them to advance your station.
I mean, Tod Slaughter, again, that's the tropes of these stories is always, station is always mixed in here, right? And he's always someone that is higher class or aspiring to be higher class, but he mixes in with people that would be considered lower class when he's committing these crimes. Then he tries to flute with the higher classes, and then also they're the victims of his crimes as well. So it's this weird, I don't know, that's the thing. His films, they very much got forgotten more or less after their release. And then when they'd be referred to later on in like the 80s initially from like film scholars, the films were kind of like written off. And even like today doing research, some like classic horror scholars that I've got books written by, like I saw them posting on this like classic horror forum that, oh yeah, I like just watched my first Tod Slaughter film for the first time, and this was like in 2022 or 23. This guy's been writing books for decades, and he's like just saw it. He's like, they've been I've had his movies sitting on my shelf for years, but I've never watched them. And so the other day I said, you know what? What's stopping you from just putting the movie in and just watching them? He said, and after I watched the first one, I was hooked. It's in Tod Slaughter's a big one, and it was for me too, because I had heard about him like probably when I was a teenager and saw some stills and thought it looked creepy, but like in a way that didn't interest me. It was like, it doesn't seem like anything, you know.
Was it off-putting or was it just uninteresting?
Both. The Victorianness, just even that's the thing, even the way it was framed back in the day, it was like, this is very old school. This is very much like in an old melodrama style, as opposed to saying historically, you know, again, you know me, I like the framing. I like historically being able to put some context into why the movies were made, how they were made, who the audience was, what the reception was, and, you know, how did the movies kind of stay in the public consciousness for whatever reason. And so this fell out, but it came back in, and over the past couple, like 10, 20 years, there's been a reappraisal, and these films have been restored, and he's getting his due now. So it's very nice to see. So, but I already asked you anything before we get. I got off on a whole tangent.
I don't
My bad.
Anchors away.
Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get to the exciting middle of the Crimes of Stephen Hawke right now.
Isn't my mistress looking lovely tonight?
I hadn't noticed. I got other things to look for.
You must be very tired. Wouldn't you like to sit down?
Well, that would be nice. Oh, you've got no romance in you. I can imagine myself out there, dancing in the arms of a man.
I
You get strong again at the end.
You appear warm, sir. Why not go out on the balcony?
More ice.
It will be lovely in the moonlight.
I get, yes.
Nah, just gotta take
perhaps
smaller
you'll join
sips.
me.
If your lordship will excuse me. The night air, my bronchitis. But later on, perhaps.
I got
Yes.
bronchitis.
So
A
with a
little
name like the
later on.
Backbreaker.
I promise I will
Spine
join
breaker.
you there.
Tough drink. Was it the Spinebreaker?
That's what they're calling him. Yeah.
No,
Your
name
drink
of
is the
drink.
backbreaker.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad. Yes,
It was
it's
spring,
yeah.
I keep
and
getting it.
love was in the air.
round and no see no.
Bow to your partner.
Oh, they'd be horrified.
I'm horrified.
Oh! Look at that!
Oh fuck!
Came from the terrace.
He got his jewel.
What's happened? Who is it? Lord Brickhaven.
I was dancing with him only a few minutes ago. Can I?
No, stand back. Stand back, everybody.
She's trying to get that jewel.
Brickhaven is dead. Is it a stroke? It is murder. The reason is not far to seek. The Brickhaven Emerald has gone.
Oh, this is too ghastly.
As I thought. The spine is broken. The spine breaker.
My best friend! And this is what I've done for him. But for me, he'd be alive now. I brought him here, but I didn't know.
Stop that raving. What good can that do?
Why, what has happened? Has one of my guests been taken ill?
You know no one better. This is your work. I see it all now.
But my friend...
Stand back, don't come near me. He's the murderer, Stephen Hawke, the spinebreaker.
Oh, okay. Things got a lot more interesting.
And the
All
sight of
right.
Lord Brickhaven lying there murdered, his spine broken. Didn't have a moment's sleep all night. Really? What do you think of this? A nice piece of work.
What is
I bought it this morning.
But I can't get over it.
Get over what, my friend?
The way the spinebreaker does his hellish work. What a grip the fiend must have.
As I was saying, the lines of this statue are delightful. Exquisite work.
So
The work
when
of
they're
the
saying
devil. Some say
Spinebreaker,
he
do you
is
think
the devil.
they mean
9 feet he
neck
stands,
breaker?
if an inch.
Or
with
is he like
big,
breaking
hairy
their
hands.
backs?
You've seen him?
Oh, of course not. Nobody sees him and lives.
With-
Yes.
I would call that
And
a
I
neck
want to
breaker.
say how much I sympathize
Or
with
wait.
you, too.
Yes, I am to be congratulated upon my bargain.
But for Sir Franklin to accuse
When they
you
found
like
the
that,
kid's
why,
body,
it's
they said
absurd
something
to
about the
think you
red
had
marks on
stake
his
My
for it.
friend, I'd rather not.
Didn't you hear him?
So would he be
called
pulling
you
their
a
arms
spine
back
breaker.
and like
Stop
kicking their
it.
back in? That makes more sense than doing it with your hands.
Your hands, they have sinews of steel.
Well?
Nothing.
My dear friend, I think you're afraid of me.
No.
Never seen such strong
Of course
hands.
Then why are you trying to get away?
So hot in here. I must get air.
And all these actors that we're seeing have all been in other Tod Slaughter movies. It's funny.
I thought some of them looked familiar.
Yeah, like this guy
happened, I don't know
was
how to say it.
in
It seems impossible.
like most of them.
Heads in a whirl.
He was in
Sit down, Father, you look ill.
Sweeney
I'm
Todd,
all right.
Mariah Martin,
I went to Hawke's office about 10 minutes ago.
Never Too Late to Mend.
Nothing. Nothing that you would understand. I expect I'm all unnerved after what happened last night.
But tell me, Father.
I ran out.
These hands.
Is that all that happened?
Yes, tell me it's impossible. My old friend can't be this monster, really?
No, of course not.
For my own peace of mind, assure me I'm wrong in my suspicions.
Out of the question. A kind old gentleman like Mr. Hawke, Julia's father, commit a crime like that? Impossible.
Oh, thank heaven.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Father, thinking him capable of such dreadful things. After all his kindness to us.
Joshua, my friend.
Oh, no. Yeah, Tod Slaughter would have been a great Bane.
He would have been. The Mask.
I mean, just, you know,
Imagine
even the way
Tod
he
Slaughter
walks
with
around.
huge
You know?
muscles.
Uh-oh.
Dracula.
He does have... Oh, hell yeah. If only. That's the thing. None of his movies have, like, a real supernatural element. It's all very...
Because it's all him.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
Stephen.
Oh, no. Damn, all right.
Sheesh.
We kind of saw him do it.
He kind of did it. What do you guys think he did just there?
Yeah, I don't know what you would... To break the spine...
It's like he's pulling them so hard. Is he just gripping their back and?
Keeps hearts, Nathaniel.
He's doing like
No, I
a Mortal
can't eat meat in the
Kombat
morning.
fatality. He
I have
just
a very
reaches into their
delicate
back
stomach.
and snaps their
Just a little dry toast.
Excuse me, sir. Mr. Trimble is here to see you.
Ah, Matthew, my boy, glad to see you. Won't you join me a little breakfast?
Mr. Hawke, a terrible thing has happened.
Oh, and what is that?
Last night, my father was killed. Murdered.
Murdered? My old friend Joshua Trimble murdered?
Gosh, that's terrible.
Believe it.
I can't believe it.
Done such a thing. My boy, this is too distressing. Your father was my very dear friend.
Yes, I know. That's why I want your advice.
Willingly, my boy, willingly. Sit down. Sit down.
Yesterday, he must have had a premonition that he was going to be killed.
Oh, what makes you think that?
He gave me a sealed packet to be opened with his will. If by any chance he died a violent death. He said it contained a great secret.
Really? I wonder what that can be.
But the will cannot be opened till after the funeral tomorrow.
Then the secret is a secret still, eh?
But oughtn't we to open the letter at once in case it contains the name of the murderer?
No, no, my boy, most irregular. In any case, it's safe until tomorrow. Where did you put it?
Where no one will dare to go.
Oh, and where was that?
Still in my father's keeping.
How do you mean?
With the body and the will. It seemed the safest place. No one would dare to disturb it there.
You're right, my boy. No one would dare
Except
to disturb it there.
Stephen Hawke.
Horrible criminal that he is. So I'm sorry, is this broad daylight? I mean, he did kill a child in broad daylight, so I can't imagine he'd be too, you know, put off to commit burglary. In the middle
I'll
of the day.
go there now.
Nobody's looking.
No hesitation.
I'm just a weak old man.
How did I get in here?
I'm confused.
Joshua. Stephen Hawke. Keep away from me. Don't come near me.
I said there are no
Mercy.
supernatural
Mercy.
elements.
My murderer. Forced me to do it. You knew too much. You had to die. I had to kill you. I had to kill you. Oh, leave me in peace. I shall go mad. Cease your groveling, Stephen Hawke.
Nice.
You!
You've told me all I had to know. We have an account to settle, you and I.
Don't kill me. You love Julia. Remember, I'm her father. Spare me.
If I do, it'll be for her sake.
You mean you'll let me go?
Tomorrow I bury my father. You shall have till then.
Good. Excellent.
But after my father's body is laid to rest, beware. You shall be like a hunted animal. But as a fox is given a chance to run for his life, so shall you be allowed to flee. For Julia's sake, I hope you will elude me. But to avenge the death of my father, I swear I shall never cease in my efforts to kill you.
I'll do anything. I leave London.
You shall know what is worse than death. Fear. Dread fear by day and night. Every living moment. Death is sure and swift. Too good for you, but this is better. Now go. Run
Couldn't
swiftly,
imagine that Sears.
but I shall follow more swiftly still.
British love the hunt, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
My father. I was wondering where you were.
Too late.
Julia, not in bed yet? Well, I'm glad. I wanted to see you before I left.
You're going away, Father? Now, at once?
Yes, an urgent business call.
But, Father, at this time of night?
I'm afraid I
Skipping
must.
town.
And I may be away some time. The business I have on hand may be long and difficult.
Then I must pray for its speedy completion.
All ready to go. Everything's on board.
All right, madam. Goodbye, my darling.
I think goodbye is such a horrid word.
Yes, but it's a beautiful word, too. For it means God be with you. And that's how I want you to take it from me.
I'll see you off, Father. I hate to see you going out into the night air like this.
Thank you, dear.
Well, where to now? Anywhere. As fast as the horse can take us.
To a house that a man may enter safely?
No, you fool. A house we can bolt and bar, so that even the devil himself can't find us.
You don't know where.
No.
You don't need a coachman. Bunch of cats will none of us stick it to you.
Ah, get on with it.
Get on with it. Yeah, between the realistic carriage and then the background that kept like looping and like skipping. Very airplane-y.
I know, my dear. I've thought about you every moment. You look so tired and worn. Come and sit down.
I'm sorry, Julia. I've only a few minutes to spare.
Why, what's the matter?
I'm going out of London.
You two are going away?
Why do you say you too? Who else is going?
My father, last night. He wouldn't tell me where he was going. He went away so strangely, so suddenly, almost as if he were afraid of something.
Why should he be afraid?
I don't know. I don't understand him. Or you. How far are you going?
I don't know that. I only know I must go at once.
Yes, my dear. I can understand that. You want to get away from it all. But you must know where you're going.
Listen, Julia, I'm going away. I don't know where, and I shall never come back.
Poor boy. But it'll be all right presently, you see. Time heals all wounds.
Don't you understand, Julia? I must get away for good. My father's death will always stand between us, keeping us apart.
But in life he always loved me. He always said so.
In his life, yes. But in his death, he's made it impossible for us ever to meet again.
He made you promise to give me up?
I've taken an oath I cannot break, and I must be free to carry it out.
Free? That's a big word, Matthew. You mean...
Actually, it's a pretty short word. It's just
Oh, but you can't
syllable.
mean that. Take me with you, Matthew. We'll go away together and forget all about these terrible things.
You're making a difficult task doubly difficult. I can't do as you suggest. Nothing shall turn me from my purpose.
I love you, Matthew. And nothing in my life could ever have been greater than my love for you. But your love is different. Yours is a love which can be overshadowed by sorrow and self-pity. A weak love which no woman would want.
Here's someone to see you, Sir Franklin.
Sir Frank?
Has he said anything yet?
Not a word. If he don't soon say something, I'll have the vapors.
I'll make him talk.
What are the vapors?
Now, tell me all you know. Who is the spine breaker?
If you tell me who the spine breaker is, I'll have you taken out of here.
To some other place, perhaps. Only worse.
Very well. I'll be back later. Have everything ready then to make him talk.
Right. This way. Here, show these two gentlemen up to the front room.
Come this way, gentlemen.
Aye, and take a tot of brandy to the gentleman. He ain't got a bad toothache.
Sorry, I just did not want to chew that chocolate in my microphone.
Put the bags down there. Don't bother about the brandy. I feel better now.
Toblerones are crunchy
Nothing else I can get for
You could eat.
No, nothing. And I don't want to be
and
disturbed.
delicious.
Fasten the window securely.
As tight as a drum.
Good. How many miles from London are we?
Too many for the horse's liking. What parts are you making for, sir?
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't know.
Hey, you've come a tidy way for the look of your horse.
Yes, from London town.
Aye, and at a tidy speed, too.
Yes, we kept the milestones busy.
Well, you're not the only one who's ridden from London in Ori today.
Oh, who's the other?
Others, sir. Early this morning, we had a couple in a buggy.
In a buggy, eh?
Aye.
What do they look like?
Have you ever searched for a needle in a haystack, Nathaniel?
No. But I've often
Has
looked
anybody
for ox in a
ever actually done that?
That's much about the same.
It'll be just as easy for him to find us. He doesn't even know the road we've taken. We can sleep in peace tonight. We're safe.
Can I open the window a little?
No, not now. We're not as safe as that. Yet.
Thousand thanks, Harold.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
He should just have a peg leg. What the hell?
He's got the eye patch.
No, let me go. Let me go, I said. I didn't mean to do that. It's all right. It's only me. 9 o'clock just striking.
He's got a conscience, it seems like.
Look, here he is. Close that window. Was it fate or the devil that brought him here? That was his horse. Fool. Let's get away quickly. We double back. Go tell the landlord to get the buggy ready at once. Don't stand there like a fool. Hurry, man. Hurry. Hurry.
Hurry.
That's it. It's over. We're caught.
I hear you're leaving, sir.
Yes, that is so.
But, sir, if you're not comfortable here, I have another room on the ground floor with a big window opening onto the street.
No, thank you.
No. Look, my friend has the ague. The country air doesn't agree with him. That's the only reason why we're leaving you.
See, here's a full week's money, so you lose nothing. Oh, thank you, sir. Now, just one word, Muriel. My
You just snap his arm.
Sir, in return, do me this favor. Not a word to a
He
living
must be
soul.
fairly tall. Look at him. Like, when he hunches over, he seems short,
Not a
but then he,
word.
like, starts straightening out, and you're like, oh, shit.
Big guy, killer grip.
I mean, again, a lot of the horror stars are, like, 6 foot. Like, they're all very tall.
Good morning, sir. What can I do for you?
Is your ale good?
None better in the West Country, sir.
Give me a pint.
Certainly. Pleasant morning.
Is it?
Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
Morning beer.
Do me the favor of fetching your master.
Mr. Tompkins, you're a
Absolutely.
stranger here, sir.
Yes.
Will you be here long?
I've no idea.
Ah, good morning, sir. At your service.
Gotta have my
You wish to
morning
see me?
ale.
Join me in a mug of ale?
Oh, thank you, sir. Don't mind if I do.
I'm looking for two friends of mine whom I've reason to believe passed this way recently.
Aye, many pass this way.
Many on you with their company for the night.
No, sir. I've had no guests for quite a while.
But master, the two that were here an hour ago.
Quiet, girl.
What's this, my friend? Come on, tell me the truth. Hello? What's the matter? Let me look at your arm. Who gave you that?
And who are you to ask?
A friend who's looking for one with just such a grip.
Aye. Are you sure you're a friend? He said he had many enemies.
Which purse would you say was the bigger, this one or the one he gave you?
Why, this to be sure.
It outweighs the other by quite a lot.
Aye, to be sure.
Take it as a souvenir of me.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, which way did my friends go?
Well, I promise not to tell.
No need to tell, can't you point?
Aye, to be sure.
For sure, bruh. For sure.
Loophole.
I'm afraid, Mr. Archer, you have called at a bad time. My father is away from home.
Then I've come at a good time, for it is you I wish to see.
About what?
Oh, merely to pass the time of day. Shall we sit down?
If you intend staying long enough to make it worth your while.
Thank you. They tell me that young Matthew Trimble is also away from home.
Why do you mention him?
So you're quite without male protection.
You seem very well informed, Mr. Archer.
May I offer my services?
Oh, thank you. I have no need of them.
Well, that remains to be seen. It's a peculiar coincidence that both your father and your sweetheart are away from home at the same time.
I don't see why.
Unless perhaps they are travelling together.
They are not doing that.
Or unless one is in search of the other for his revenge.
Revenge? For what?
His father's murder.
But his father was murdered by that monster who...
Murdered Lord Brickhaven in the garden of this very house. And whom Sir Franklin Hilliard has declared to be...
But he was raving. He didn't know what he said. Surely no one believed it.
One or two do. Matthew Trimble, for one.
But he couldn't believe anything so stupid, so absurd.
Has he said nothing to you?
Then that's what he meant. But his mind must be unhinged.
Well, two have the same delusion.
But surely you don't think?
I know. Sir Franklin Hilliard admitted it today.
Oh, no, it's impossible. I won't believe it.
But, my dear girl, why disbelieve facts?
Facts? What are you here for? Blacken my father behind his back to drive me mad?
No, to offer you my protection. You need it more than ever now. You are alone. Who have you to look after you? Not your father. He needs my protection, too. Do you realize that he is a hunted man? Hunted now by Matthew, soon to be hunted by the law? And yet it is in my power to ensure his safety.
Can you? Will you?
Yes. On one condition.
Oh, I can't promise that.
Oh, come, my dear girl. Am I so unattractive as a husband? Rich, powerful? Consider it carefully. I don't expect your answer now, at once. I'll come back tomorrow, and every day for a week. But if at the end of that time your answer is not yes, your father's fate is in your hands. A charming memory. Haunt you for the rest of your days. Goodbye, dear girl. See you tomorrow.
Gross. That is gonna take us to our second break. Well, we are 2/3 of the way through the Crimes of Stephen Hawke. What are we thinking so far, Evan?
I'm kind of on the edge of my seat. Got Tod Slaughter's on the run, leaving horrific injuries in his wake everywhere he goes.
Yeah, just touching a guy's arm. He's like scarring his, giving him a terrible bruise.
He's got like superpowers in this movie.
Pretty much.
He's got a kung fu grip like G.I. Joe.
Really is. Yeah. You have to appreciate that they're really letting him flex his muscles. Literally. It's pretty great. I mean, it's funny, like he is getting I think when we saw him murder his daughter's suitor's father, I think that it was really obviously they couldn't show it, but they showed as much as they could, and it was pretty shocking to see that.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to watch.
Yeah, leering, like getting like
manhandle this guy.
Getting, like, just you can tell he's gleefully like anticipating the kill. You know, like that's what Tod Slaughter. I mean, obviously we saw it with Sweeney Todd, and not quite so much Face at the Window because it was a little more of a mystery. So I'd say definitely more Sweeney Todd. Just seeing him fully relish in these horrible, terrible things that he's doing to other people. It's it's just kind of something that he is very good at.
He's through and through a villain. He's relishing it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's why we enjoyed Tod Slaughter. And earlier we were talking about how the stage plays had a lot, they had stronger meat. Right? We were talking about how the stage plays. I mean, because apparently if you go look and find pictures of Tod Slaughter from doing the stage plays, like he's covered in blood. Like and it was like beet juice or something like that. So it's not like, really real looking blood, but it's still, they were playing with the effect. And obviously films, it was censorship. Censorship was not going to allow Sweeney Todd to slit somebody's throat or for them to really even... I don't even think in the movie they actually even really... He just said he'd polish them off and he like pulled a trap door and then he'd take them away, and that was like all you saw. Like, you didn't really...
The implication.
Well, and... I had written that down in my notes. That was what was so, like, it's funny how that's effective here. Like, it works.
The implication of ultra violence.
It works for Tod Slaughter. But, I mean, it was censorship that imposed that. I mean, the stage plays didn't hold back. And so that's, just an interesting thing to think about going, like, through his, even his whole stage repertoire. I mean, he played Jack the Ripper. He played, in stories about Burke and Hare. And these are very popular Victorian era horror stories based on real people that got adapted and used as source material for many other stories. And the thing is, in the UK, they just were very strict about horror and what you could really do. And that's why Tod Slaughter got away with doing horror, because it was presented as melodrama. And so to the British censors, that's a little more it's traditional. It's theater tradition, so it's not explicit horror, right? It's not overt horror. It's like Shakespeare.
It's
right?
classy, okay?
It is. It's classy. So I think that's why he got away with doing like this. But it was still like, when you look at the American horror films, they're like, there are a few British. Even Karloff went to the UK during the same year as this film and made a mad scientist movie in the UK. So it wasn't like these films weren't being made, but it's harder to get away with explicit horror. And So even when later in his career, Tod Slaughter made some movies where they made a movie about Burke and Hare, except the censors were still in effect and you couldn't call it Burke and Hare. So, and you couldn't actually show grave robbing. You had to imply the grave robbing. So it was kind of a thing. So like Tod Slaughter got to play, one of those grave robbers, but it's considered one of his lesser films, but I think it was his last film actually. His later horror career didn't really, and that was like 52.
How old was he at that point? 52.
At that point, when he made his first movie, he was 50.
Wow.
So in 1935, he was 50 years old. So by that point, he was in his late 60s. Again, he was very much like Karloff and Lugosi in that he started his career late. Both of those guys made Dracula, Frankenstein right around the time they turned 50, or they were
something
49.
Scary about an old man, I guess.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you have to have that really like lived in like life experience, like old.
You have to have a very weathered looking face.
Exactly. Alana, I take it easy. Thank you for bearing through your headache to hang out with us. I hope you feel better. Thank you so much. We're the Scream Stream fam is rooting for you to feel better soon. Hopefully you can, feel better by tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the Shockers. But, of course, Alana, also the creator of our trivia, and that went well last night. So appreciate Alana and everybody that tuned in and played along for that last night. Forgot to mention that. A lot of fun. So Alana,
if you didn't make it yesterday, catch it next Thursday. Or more trivia. There's still time to catch up because the scores are cumulative.
Mm-hmm. That's the word I've been looking for. Thank you, Evan. Cumulative. Yes, the scores are cumulative, and how awesome is that? And it's still pretty attainable.
And there is a prize.
Yeah, if you haven't started yet, you could start now and you could still win, and there is a prize. So get in on that. But we hope you feel better, Alana. Take it easy. Good night. But yes, Tod Slaughter's films were always kind of bogged down by the censors, but he died in 1956, so I guess that would have made him about 70 years old. He kind of ran into some money issues, and because he had like a theater troupe. He liked to spend money. He liked to throw parties. He enjoyed to drink. He'd go to the watering hole. He was a man of fine taste.
Living his life.
The life of an actor. So, he was dealing with like tax issues and stuff at the end of his life, but he literally had done a performance like the night that he died. Like he got off stage and then he died. So like that's how committed he was to the stage and the plays. It was. I was gonna save this fact because we'll see the movie Mariah Martin, but that was the play that he was doing that he did the night that he died was Mariah Martin.
That's incredible.
And that was the play that he started off playing the lead hero at the beginning of his career,
and then he came back and did.
And then he was playing
the villain.
Like even in the movie, he's playing the villain. So even by like the 30s, but like earlier in his career, early 1900s,
like a circle.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
It's crazy.
Yeah, nice bookend.
Yeah.
He had Tod Slaughter's just such a great character. He died in 1956, and then that's really when the censorship broke down. Because that's when Hammers started putting more blood, more sex. And so then you started having...
Just missed it.
He really did. Like, seriously, that's the tragedy of Tod Slaughter. Is if you lived a few more years, he maybe could have had a renaissance being in some of these films that are a little more intense. And
It
like,
didn't seem like he wanted to retire.
no, I mean, he was not going to retire. And, yeah, 3 years after he died, there was a... on stage, he played Jack the Ripper. He never played Jack the Ripper on film. But even, he's playing a character called the Spine Breaker. I mean, what do you want to think about infamous killers in the UK? You could put that up there if it was real. But that was in 1959 a adaptation that featured a little more sex, a little more blood. Was released. That's the first trailer we're going to see during the break. Second trailer is for an adaptation of the Burke and Hare story, which is actually directed by the same director that made the version that Tod Slaughter was in. And yeah, no, that's 100%. Seriously. Steve in the house.
What's up, Steve?
Welcome, Steve. Hope you're doing well tonight. But yeah, I mean, Tod Slaughter had done a Burke and Hare film. It got really heavily censored. And just a few years later, they did this version called The Flesh and the Fiends, which has Donald Pleasance as one of the grave robbers. And I think it's a straight Burke and Hare adaptation. And it's also got Peter Cushing as the Doctor. So you start to see where the new horror stars were coming in and playing in these Victorian horror films, which were Tod Slaughter's bread and butter back in the day. Suddenly, these like people that would go on to become the classic horror stars of Britain, they were really kind of treading on the same ground early in their careers as Tod Slaughter. So I think that's just an interesting thing to highlight. So we're gonna get these two ripped from the headlines British horror films. Jack the Ripper and The Flesh and the Fiends, about the Burke and Hare story. It's under this trailer has the American title The Fiendish Ghouls. I like that.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. But we're gonna get these two trailers and then we come back.
Fiends.
Yes. Oh my god. But when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of the Crimes of Stephen Hawke. So stick around. We'll be right back.
At last, the amazing, authentic story of Jack the Ripper, the unknown killer whose mass murders shocked the world. The actual cases in the actual setting. London, a city torn apart by fear and hate, as the mob howled for the blood of the human monster Scotland Yard could never catch.
Every lunatic and sensation seeker in London has given himself up as Jack the Ripper.
Stop using that stupid name!
I didn't christen him, sir, but the one who did knew what he was talking about. Have you ever seen any of his victims?
Who was this arch-fiend who struck in the night? Why were prostitutes his chosen victims?
Mary Clark. Mary Clark. Are you Mary Clark?
Who was Mary Clark, the mystery woman who held the key to his strange passions? What was the ghastly trademark he left on every corpse?
These wounds are not the savage slashings of a maniac. Careful, well-defined abdominal incisions that show a good knowledge of anatomy and surgery.
Now you'll see this sensational true story from the files of Scotland Yard revealed in all its shocking scope. Girls the Ripper marked for death, caught in the grip of uncontrollable hysteria. The wild gay nights of the turbulent city shadowed by the bloodlust of the most terrifying killer of all time.
The Ripper! He's done it in! The Ripper! He's done another of them! The Ripper! He's done it again! The
You too will be swept along in a spell of seething panic as the screen gives a startling answer to the most baffling question in the history of crime.
Defilers of the dead. Vicious violators of the innocent. The fiendish ghouls. Two of history's most diabolic demons, selling cadavers and corpses to the sinister Dr. Knox for his forbidden experiments.
We heard you like them fresh, sir. This one's as fresh as a new-cut cabbage.
Excellent. Excellent. I'll give you 7 guineas.
1, 2... The fiendish ghouls. No one was safe from the bloodlust of these depraved grave robbers, these sadistic murderers.
You killed... That's a McGarren!
Stop it, Jojo! Stop it, will you?
They're dead! They're both dead! And if you want to find them, go to the Academy of Dr. Knox!
Shock upon shock, terror upon terror, shatter the screen in The Fiendish Ghouls.
And we are back. So that was the trailers for Jack the Ripper and the Fiendish Ghouls, aka The Flesh and the Fiend. And thank you for that, Sears. Those are two, two very famous British true crime cases, I guess, more or less. And both roles that Tod Slaughter had played on stage, but film adaptations never quite got fully there. And that was something that later on, again, you see Peter Cushing and Donald Pleasance in that last trailer. And even in one of the Boris Karloff movie trailers we had earlier, Corridors of Blood, you had Christopher Lee in that film as a grave robber. So it's a kind of, you start to see how kind of the new wave of British horror stars, and I think a lot of people think of that as the first wave, because there really wasn't a wave. You just had Tod Slaughter, right? Like, that's the cool thing.
One-man wave.
Just this one man who was, he was British horror. And again, you had Boris Karloff come to the UK a few times and make some movies. You had Bela Lugosi come to the UK we've seen 2 Bela Lugosi UK movies with Phantom Ship and The Human Monster. So it's, you have to call him a contemporary of those guys. And so then the next wave is just, it's your Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, Donald Pleasance, Vincent Price. You just kind of have these these people that I think in certain ways are indebted to Tod Slaughter. You know, I think that's the thing. He just does what he does so well. So, and we'll see how he can wrap it up. I mean, he's got a nice body count so far, at least like 3 that we've seen, right?
Yeah, there was the kid, the
old man with the jewel, and then his friend, his suitor's father, his daughter's suitor's father. So,
he's got the jewel.
Yeah, he does, and he's on the run.
He's on the run.
So, we're born to run. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he does. We'll see how he, how long he can keep this up. But anything before we get into the exciting conclusion of the crimes of Stephen Hawke, Evan?
I kind of feel like Stephen Hawke is the kind of guy who could be on the run for a while. Because I mean, we'll see, but a man who can just kill you in a touch is...
it'd be pretty hard to stop.
Yeah.
At this time, especially. You know, I mean, they're not prepared to stop a man who could just...
snap someone's back in an instant.
Exactly. He is, for all intents and purposes, a superhero. So he's superhuman strength.
Super villain.
Yeah, super villain. Thank you, Evan. I appreciate that correction. It's exactly what he is. Well, on that note, without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of the crimes of Stephen Hawke right now.
People are scared of mice, and others who's frightened of cockroaches, and even some don't fancy fleas. I'd rather have all they together than 2 flights of stairs.
Won't be so far for you to go down, so what are you grumbling about?
You like to live near the skies, eh?
As far as possible from the street.
Why?
There was plenty of exercise going up and down.
You never go out. Your master doesn't anyway.
Where is he now if he's not out?
You don't mean to say he's gone out for once?
As it's a fine night, he thought he may risk it. He's got to be very careful. Counting his bronchitis.
My grandmother's got bronchitis. She's not the woman she was.
Your grandmother?
Yes. People live a long time around these parts.
Oh, my master will be pleased.
Bronchitis changes a person.
What happened?
He's here. He's seen me. He saw me at the fair. I was fool enough to go there.
Did he see you come up here?
I don't know. Have
we ever seen Tod Slaughter afraid?
Outside now.
No, he's been more afraid in this movie than any of the other ones.
He's shook. Which, I mean, I would be too. We've got, like, Van Helsing after him.
I know he is. Is there no way of escape? The roof! My one chance. You stay here and hold him off.
All right, sacrifice yourself.
Good day, Nathaniel.
Stall him.
The master in?
My master?
Mr. Stephen Hawke.
Oh, him.
What master?
Left the service weeks ago.
So now you're traveling with him as his friend, eh?
Who said I was traveling with him?
I do.
I'm living here alone.
So I see. Where is he? I saw him enter the door below.
You seen him come up the stairs?
No.
I better look down the stairs again.
That's the hat and coat he was wearing when I saw him come in. So he has been here.
Is he here now?
Where is he?
You're looking for him, not me. Why should I help you?
Quite right. I'll help myself.
What are you going to do?
Wait till he comes back.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, my arm.
What are you hiding behind your back?
Bread, eh? Oh, for heaven's sake, don't hand me over to the runners.
A thief. Nice company for me to find myself in.
It was my children are starving. The runners saw me, they're after me now.
Give him a break.
Don't let me catch
Come
myself,
on.
please.
But you're a thief. And prison is what you deserve. Oh, you don't know what prison means, sir. Locked up like that, it's like being in the tomb. For aught anyone knows, you might be dead. For aught anyone knows, you might be dead. Yes, that's true. And if people think you're dead, they cease to take an interest in you, eh? Yes, sir. Dreadful. You wouldn't send me to that, sir. No, my poor fellow. Cruelty was never part of my nature. Here, give me that bread, and I'll hold them off while you escape. This way, quick! He must be at the largest. Go quickly. May heaven reward you, sir. Go.
Well, now he's got to steal more bread.
Somebody dropped this bread.
Yeah.
Hey, quick! Come on, I want it. Pity, sir, pity. I am innocent. You tell that to the magistrate. Let me go.
What is he gonna do?
Not wit, have you?
Yeah, what's your game here? Walk.
Make yourself at home.
You don't want me to be uncomfortable, do you?
Nice. Just right outside the window.
Still determined to stay here and see if he comes?
I am.
Oh, well.
Good
Not
luck.
that I blame you.
Oh shit, they got him, man. I was expecting him to break their arms.
Well, cheer up, boys. First 15 years is the worst.
I ain't got a chance to find out.
He
I've
didn't
only
even
got
use
10.
a fraction of his
What are you
power.
cribbing about? How long have you got?
Only 1 year.
It's your game, Hawk.
Blimey, he's a blooming amateur.
Talks as if he wished he'd got more. Fancy putting us to work with a raw recruit like him.
Yes, won't my people be awfully upset?
Have you seen the menu today, old fellow?
No.
Wednesday, pea soup day. 2 spit peas in a pint of water and stir until thick.
Well, I'm not complaining.
Look at the parson talking.
I'm quite contented here, thank you.
I can't make the parson out. He seems
Yeah,
to
I
like
guess
it
that's
here.
Perhaps
his
he's married.
idea, Kathy. I mean, I guess he's not wrong.
There's someone to see you.
Who's it?
Look at him.
It's like a
Boss
character
found
on
out where
Trailer
he
Park
is.
Boys.
You can talk him through the grill for
Much
about 5
rather
minutes.
be in here.
It's him.
Just come to tell you that the party we were waiting for has changed his mind and gone back to London. Have you? We'll have some other news that may not please you so much.
Oh, what is that?
It's about Julia.
Julia?
And she's to be married.
To him?
No, to the other. To Archer.
Why? Where and when?
Oh, any day now. And God knows what for. It can't be for his beauty.
No. Not for his beauty, no. But I think I have an idea why she is doing it. And I've got to stop it.
You can't in here.
There's always a way of getting out, my dear Nathaniel.
Bail?
Have you found them?
No, not yet. But I shall. Be ready to return home at any moment.
You mean to say that after all the trouble we took to get away, you're going to stick your neck in the noose again?
After what you've told me, I've got to get out of here.
Well, it's your neck.
Break
I
those
suppose you can
bars
do
with
what you
your
like with it,
hands. Pull them apart.
Be ready with a buggy to leave immediately. Understand?
All right.
They've established how sinewy his hands are. Why can't he pull these bars apart?
Your wedding dress has come, Miss Julia.
Has it?
Don't you want to see it?
I shall see it soon enough.
Why, you've been crying. Oh, don't cry, miss. It breaks my heart.
She don't want to get
I've just been
married.
thinking. That's all, Emma. The wonderful dreams we have, they never seem to come true. My marriage, to think it would be like this.
Yes, Mr. Archer isn't my idea of a fairy prince either. Why you have to marry him, I don't know.
Please, Emma, it's sufficient for you that I'm going to marry him.
But Mr. Matthews, He loved you and loves you still.
No, that's all over and done. Just like one of those soap bubbles we used to blow. All beautiful colors, and nothing inside. Bubbles that disappear into nothing as if they'd never been.
And Mr. Archer, what sort of a bubble do you call him? More like a bladder of lard, I think. Oh, why did Mr. Matthew go away and leave you like this?
I told you, he had something to
Leave
do.
it to her.
Well, whatever it is,
governess?
he seems to have done it all right.
Oh, no.
I don't know. What
No, don't
would
say
you
that.
call this woman?
Please, God, that's not true.
Sounds right.
If it is, all I'm doing now
Leave
will
it
be
to her to
wasted.
be real, like point out what's up.
Why'd you say his work is finished?
Because, miss, he's just coming up to the front door now.
Emma, don't let him in. Tell him I'm away in the country. Anything only. Don't admit him.
Oh, do see him, miss, just for my sake.
No, no, Emma. I won't. I
Maid.
won't.
Is your mistress at home?
No, sir. She's away in the country. That's what she told me to tell you.
Then you mean she is in?
Well, that's what I mean, but that is not what I've told you.
Thank you, Emma. God bless you. Where shall I find her?
Oh, I mustn't tell you that, sir. But I may tell you where you won't find her.
Where's that?
Well, you won't find her anywhere in the house, except on the terrace. But I mustn't let you go there, sir, because she forbade me.
Out of my way, woman.
Oh, unhand me, sir.
Nice.
Matthew,
Julia, is this terrible thing true?
what terrible thing.
They tell me you're marrying Miles Archer tomorrow.
Why shouldn't it be true?
Because he's impossible. Besides, Julia, you can't do it. You know you can't. I love you, Julia.
You talk like this now, but a few weeks
He's
ago
50,
when you were going
and
away,
I'm only 30.
Who was it
And
insisted that
you, of
everything
course,
was
are
finished?
18.
wasn't it you?
My dear, don't you understand? I was at my wit's end. My father had just been killed and murdered. I felt it was my duty to track down the men who'd done it. That seemed to me more important than...
Did you find him?
No.
Oh, thank heaven. Thank heaven.
Why do you say that? What do you know? Look at me, Julia. Julia, you know who your father really is.
Does he have a mustache or no? I can't tell.
But I can only think of him for all his
I want to
kindness
say
to me.
yes,
I would give anything to
but
save
it
him.
also kind of just looks
Julia.
like a shadow on his
Julia,
upper
my
lip.
darling, listen to me.
It's
I know that he's
if
a
it's
notorious
pencil,
crime
it's
maker,
incredibly.
but he ought to be dead
thin.
100 times. But I also know that his death cannot bring my father back to life. That alive or dead, it cannot alter my love for you. Let's forget all that happened in this house before I left and start
That's
our
what
lives
it
all
is,
over
Scott.
again.
Chocolate milk.
Together.
Together. Oh, no, what am I thinking about it? It's impossible. I have given my word.
Throw away your whole life for a word. Julia, there's something more in this. Why are you marrying this man?
I have promised,
You promised to marry me.
and nothing would have made me break that promise. I'm not like you.
Why did you promise?
I love him, I tell you.
Julia, tell me the truth.
Am I responsible to you for my actions? Let me go.
Julia, you said just now that you'd do anything to save your father.
That has nothing to do with it.
I wonder. Anyway, that's just what I'm going to try and find out.
Come on, yeah, you can break out. You can do it. Break out. Come on.
Out.
Oh shit, he did it.
He gets later every day with our supper.
He waits till it's dark so as we can't see what's in it.
We can smell it, though, can't we, Parson?
You men are always complaining. I'm quite content.
Blimey, CF, come
Go,
then.
run now,
Good
slip
evening,
out.
nurse.
Not so much talk from you fellas.
You can tell the murderous look in his eyes.
Yeah. You know he's about to kill. He's got that glint in his eyes.
Nice.
Can't you make the horse go any faster? Turn your horse, they got wings. Well, use your
Another
whip.
crime.
Try and persuade him to be
Another
faster.
back.
Is that all, Mr. Archer?
Yes. See that I'm not disturbed. I want to have a quiet evening. My last night as a bachelor. Huh?
Exactly, sir.
No bachelor
Unless
party
there's
for
somebody of
him.
importance. I'm not in.
Very good, sir.
Mr. Matthew Trimble.
I'm glad to see you. This saves me from the unpleasant necessity of having to send for you.
Indeed?
Yes. You've been absent from London for some weeks. What have you been doing?
Looking for the man who killed my father.
Oh, a very dangerous occupation. Did you find him?
Yes, and I've got some news for you.
Good news, I hope.
The very best. The spine breaker is dead.
Dead? Oh, so you killed him, eh? Well, my young friend, supposing I clap you into prison on a charge of murder, what then?
Yes, come on. I admit it, I killed him. He's dead. Come on, why don't you tell your men?
It does not suit my convenience.
Well, very well, I'll tell them.
Wait!
Ah, I thought so. You don't want your men to hear. You don't want the spine breaker to be dead, you want him to be alive.
What do you mean?
I mean that the spine breaker and Stephen Hawke are one and the same. That Julia is
Thank
going
you,
to marry you
Danny,
because you
the
blackmailed her into consenting.
mightiest disciple, for
You realize what you're saying?
Yes, I do.
And supposing I do admit it, what can you do? Persuade the young lady to change her mind?
You miserable rat.
Go ahead and try. Or perhaps you've already tried. You see, my excitable young friend, I hold the whip hand.
You may have it now, but I haven't finished yet. I've got till tomorrow to prevent this marriage. And I shall move heaven and earth to do so.
I mean, this guy seems like... Oh, I was going to say, yeah, he's not breaking this guy's spine. He's a big guy, so this makes sense.
Good evening, Archer.
Got too much spine.
Stephen Hawke!
Look at him, he's huge.
But the window was open. And after all, what is ceremony among good friends? Don't ring that bell. Make the slightest move or sound, and I'll blow your brains out.
I thought you were dead.
I know you did. That's why I'm here. I've been away on government business. You didn't know I was in the government service, did you? But I was. I should be still. But I heard rumors, vague rumors, that you were to be married tomorrow. And who do you think the silly gossip mongers coupled your name with? No, don't try to guess. I'll tell you, with my daughter, Julia.
You can't bluff me, Hawke. I know who you are and why you're here. But you're too late. She becomes my wife tomorrow.
You're clever, Archer, but not clever enough. You're right. I am the spine breaker. So many I've come to grips with. Lord Trelawney's son, with his skinny little arms. Lady Kingsmead with her white flabby shoulders. Sir Geoffrey London with a tough back, but brittle. It went just like the rest. And now, you.
You shall have your way. I'll give her up. I won't marry her.
After having made her promise, hardly a gentlemanly thing to do, eh? Still, if you wish to cancel the affair, what can I do but accept? So come, we'll shake hands on it, eh? Won't you shake hands with me? It's time we got...
Don't do it!
So long since we met.
Boo!
Then I must take it.
Oh, you're breaking my arm!
Are you frightened, Archer? You're the only one who has found me out before it was too late. All the others discovered my secrets after I demonstrated my skill. You are luckier. You are about to watch the whole process.
Oh, not that! Oh!
Yeah, he pulls both arms behind him.
Julia, darling, your father...
Oh, man, he hasn't been laughing a lot. That's one of the few...
A promise given under threat.
Maniacal
And you want
laughs
to
of
marry
his
the
we've
girl
gotten
whose father
tonight,
caused
yeah.
your father's death?
He was
Oh,
very
Matthew,
faint.
could there ever be happiness for us? Sooner or later they'll find him, and then... What's that?
The law. There, he's the spine breaker. Arrest him.
This is nonsense. What madness are you talking?
I arrest you with the murder of Miles Archer.
But you're mad. A mistake has been made.
The mistake has been made, gentlemen. Allow me to rectify it.
Oh, shit. He's just putting it right out there.
If you value your lives, you won't move. Matthew, Julia, my coach is outside on the road. Off you go, both of you.
Father!
Don't argue. Do as I tell you, or by heaven,
Okay.
Now move over this way a little, so that I can see you. Move quicker! Well, gentlemen, you're searching for the spine breaker? Found him. Yes, you found him, but you haven't caught him yet.
What's going on here? He's just had the spine breaker escape through that window.
What are you talking about? He's there behind the pistol. We followed him from Aylesbury Jail. Come on, Hawke, the game's up. Ah, my friends from captivity, so you've arrived too. Each eager to be the first, eh? You better join my friends over there. Well, why do you hang back? I'm here to be taken. Why don't you take me?
It's no use, Hawke. You'll have to give in. There are 6 of us, and you've only got 1 shot in that pistol.
Yes, but each of you has only got 1 life. Which of you is going to give in? Well, which is it to be? You of the quaking knees? Or you with a loud voice? Or you, the brave man, who wants the others to take all the risks? Or even you, you pale-faced underling?
Oh shit. You better go.
You must do something for him.
There's nothing we can do.
That cape is such a great touch.
It suits him.
Oh, we got a roof chase going on? Hell yeah.
Haven't caught me yet, curse you!
Nice. It's very theatrical gesture.
Take me if you can. Come on, you
What?
curs! I'll beat you yet!
Oh.
Julia. Julia.
Father.
Something you ought to know. Something I should have told you years ago when I adopted you.
Adopted me?
Yes. That makes a difference, eh? You're not really my daughter.
As if that would make any difference.
I might have known you'd say that, but it
I'm
makes
dying.
me
You're adopted.
happy.
You're not actually related to a killer. I need to take solace in that.
Master! Master!
What is he gonna do now? Ah.
But that's all we get for the, the frame story. He's flotsam.
He's jetsam. And that was The Crimes of Stephen Hawke. What did we think, Evan?
Oh, man, that was a fun watch.
It was, wasn't it? It was.
I liked that. I liked that. You know, we got a little bit there at the end. I maybe could have liked a little more.
It's a little slow in some parts. It gets
Yeah, a little more just creepy cretanness of
of Tod Slaughter.
Tod
We didn't
Slaughter.
have quite enough of that as much as we would have liked. But I mean, still overall, a pretty solid body count.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, pretty like horrifying MO we're dealing with.
Yeah, breaking people's spines.
And he's got some kind of technique. He bends your arms
Bends
back.
your arms, and I think he's got to bend your arms and then fucking kick you. I mean, I don't know. It's intense. I mean, and again, killing a child first thing off the bat, it just kind of like puts everything else in just like you can't mention anything else without thinking about that. That's how we started knowing that he's not just killing these aristocrats for their jewels. He's
0
like
to 60, just 0 to 100. Like,
I'll kill a small aristocratic child. I don't discriminate. I'll get any British aristocrat. I don't care how old. Yeah, I mean, it's just part of the fun of Tod Slaughter. I guess my question to you and the audience would be, where would you put this in terms of the Tod Slaughter movies that we've seen and that if you out there have seen? Even films beyond the two we've seen, Sweeney Todd and The Face at the Window. Where do you put this, Evan?
Well, I think Sweeney Todd is still definitely my favorite so far.
Yeah, it's just a classic story. And it hits all the beats.
He does a really good job in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, between the window and this one, that's tough. It's tough. This one might be my least favorite so far. Not to disparage it.
Right.
It was a fun movie. But
It was fun. It definitely was enjoyable. But yeah, I mean, Face at the Window has... They're talking about a wolf man, and then you have like a little kind of like almost Frankensteinian, like mad scientist lab scene in the middle of all of it. So it's like... I mean, that's like almost as good as it gets. But yeah, I mean, this one, you could tell they were trying to play some of the hits from Sweeney Todd. We haven't seen Mariah Martin. We'll probably see Mariah Martin and Crimes at the Dark House, and then after that they kind of get a little lower in quality. There's a few others. They're either less horror or the quality's not quite as good. So we'll see. But I mean, we've enjoyed Tod Slaughter himself. He's just always a delight.
Absolutely.
And
Every
tonight's
single
film,
time.
he absolutely was. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. And hope everybody else out there did as well. And next week, again, we kind of like I said after we had our silent film, I always like to do a pendulum swing when we kind of have one thing, if it's a little older, if it's from a particular country, I like to kind of swing in a different direction. And so next week, we're going from 1936 to 1976.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I like to
that's
swing with
completely the
yours.
other side.
Completely the other side. And again, we had a very real human monster in tonight's film. So next week,
Barely.
He
was
barely.
a little inhuman.
Definitely a psychopath, but I mean, still,
It's like an X-Men mutant. He had super strong hands.
Yeah, that's a good point. Lest I forget. But this is, speaking of superhumans, actually, I've got a great factoid for you about next week's film. So, I've been like, again, patterns and, in past years during this time of year, if I can find a werewolf film, I like to have a werewolf film.
Unfortunately, around this time of year.
Right, exactly. Fortunately, I don't have a straight up werewolf film, but I do have a were-creature film.
Okay.
So, a full moon turning creature, but it's not.
It's not a wolf.
Wolf-based.
It's kind of an.
Think a little more reptile-based.
Ooh.
Because next
lizard?
week we're going to be watching 1976 Track of the Moon Beast, which is, I think, takes place somewhere in the Midwest or the West of the United States. I'm not sure. I'll have all the facts for you next week. The very interesting factoid about Track of the Moon Beast is that the script was co-written by Bill Finger, who you don't know the name right off the top, but he is actually one of the co-creators of Batman along with Bob Kane. He was someone that was often a ghostwriter for comics and like did stuff for like Green Lantern, like other things, and like apparently Bob Kane was on like record saying that Bill Finger had created like at least 50%, if not more, of the stuff for Batman. So, yeah, then he co-wrote this movie years later after the Batman stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of a weird. I'll get more information on it next week, but it just, when I found that out today, looking into next week's movie, I was like, okay, that's weird. That's cool. That's
Sure, why not?
Yeah. I mean, we've had comic book writers turned filmmakers before with Pat Boyette and what was it? The Dungeon of Harrow. And he was the creator of Peacemaker. And he did that little kind of Roger Corman Poe I guess kind of a mockbuster, if you want to call it that. It's definitely in that same style. So next week, Track of the Moon Beast. So should be a lot of fun. And of course, if you didn't get enough Tod Slaughter tonight, we're gonna have plenty of it tomorrow for you with our Saturday Night Shocker, because we've got a Tod Slaughter triple.
We've done 3 of them now.
We've
got enough for a Saturday.
Exactly. I said as soon as I get 3, boom, it's happening. I've got to do it. I can't waste any time. Love Tod Slaughter, and yeah, those 3 films back to back. It's starts with Sweeney Todd, and then tonight's film, The Crimes of Stephen Hawke, and then finishes off with The Face at the Window. So, if you haven't seen those other films, or it's been a while and you want to catch up, then that's your time to do it. So should be a lot of fun. So please join us for that. Of course, as Evan mentioned earlier, next week we'll be back for trivia on Thursday, along with the next installments of Mystery of the Riverboat. But we got through trivia bug-free yesterday, so it's fair game. Again, we got a good competition. It's a level playing field, so you can join us next Thursday for more trivia of terror and Mystery of the Riverboat. So we really, really, really appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Of course, Kathy, Scott, Sears, Alana, James, Tom, Jenna. We had so many people. Drunk Review, which Drunk Review will also be streaming this whole weekend, so obviously go check them out, see what they've got in store for you at the drive-in. I'm sure it's a lot of good stuff. Jack Doobie, really appreciate you tuning in tonight. Ty, I know we had, did I say Sears? I'm sure I said Sears. I had to have said Sears, right? Let's see. Alana. Old Radios. How can I forget Old Radios? Sweet Feet popped in for a little bit. William, Joe, Wayne. Yes, Wayne was in here briefly. And if I missed anybody, really, really, really appreciate you all tuning in tonight. It's been a blast. Had fun enjoying Tod Slaughter doing his thing. So, anything before we sign off tonight, Evan?
Avast me, mateys.
Arr! Until next week, sweet screams, everybody.
And to all a good fright.